This time of year with the playoffs happening and that sort of thing, you're probably running around after your family, trying to watch the games, trying to stay up, trying to win your playoff pool. I'm second place in mine, by the way. Humble brag.
Ooh, I'm not.
One of the things that you're probably not doing all that well is keeping track of your meals. And that's where Tempo comes in. Tempo delivers fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals right to your door. Each meal is perfectly portioned for lunch or dinner and ready in just 2 minutes. And that means real food, real fast, without the sad desk lunch or the drive-through regret. And honestly, the sunk cost, because you eat out all the time, it's really expensive.
There's nothing more depressing. There was a vivid picture than taking a bite into the desk sandwich and realizing it sucks.
Oh, yeah. Or just you get like a floppy salad. You know what I mean? A salad when the lettuce is given up.
I don't like it. I don't like a salad trying its best. Which,
but it's
you
better,
can tell.
It's better than a salad that's quit on the coach, right?
Yeah, that's
right?
fair. That's
okay,
fair.
So anyway, even busy athletes like Maria Sharapova swear by Tempo for balanced meals that help them stay on top of their wellness goals. And for a limited time, Tempo is offering you 60% off your first box. Go to tempomeals.com/SDP. Tempo, Tempo, meals.com/SDP. That's tempomeals.com/SDP for 60% off your first box. Tempomeals.com/SDP. Rules and restrictions apply.
SDP. The Steve Dangle Podcast with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Jesse, play the video. Jesse, play the video. Jesse, play the video.
Okay.
Play it. Play it.
Here we go.
Play the video. Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Unbelievable.
Ben Affleck playing the bongos or whatever you called it, Steve, the other day.
A djembe.
Djembe.
I'm not sure which it is.
That's right.
My dad is the percussionist. I am his disappointing son.
He is an adorable duck, Ben Affleck.
Yes. Let's keep it going. I think 30 minutes of this.
Oh, man.
Let's just give all the Oilers fans enough time to turn this off.
Yeah, I know. Can we just say it's great.
No, don't go. Don't go.
It's sad that there's nothing to talk about from this game.
Man,
it's sad that it's not the top story, isn't it? Holy moly.
Yeah.
It was, by the way, such a fun stream to do. And we've got lots to talk about because Steve did a stream yesterday. Jesse did the whole Ottawa series. We're going to get the breakdown on that. All of that happening.
Yeah, that's done.
That's done. Jesse's
up.
like, I don't know what to do now.
4 games in and out. It
Yeah.
took me 7 days to do the whole series.
I think Jesse knows exactly what to do.
He's got to pick up another series, right?
He's
Buffalo, Boston.
That's almost done too.
Yeah, that is.
one more game.
I'm into you just hanging out. Jesse can do like 3 series and still do fewer games than me.
Well, he's efficient. Jesse
Yes.
told Carolina, if
Yeah.
you're going to wrap this up, wrap it up.
That's right.
And they
They
listen.
took care of business.
Yeah. So, Jesse, can we just, there's the second link here. Can we just put it on the screen about what the big controversy is this morning? If you open Twitter, if you're still on Twitter, you will definitely have seen this, but sometimes you haven't. And this is the overtime goal that snuck through the legs of Tristan Jarry. It did go off of Darnell Nurse, so people are giving Jarry shit. And I want to defend Tristan Jarry. I thought he was actually very good last night, but it was redirected and it went right between his pads.
Oh, yeah. No, Tristan Jarry's the first Oilers goalie to blow a lead. Come on, guys. There's a common denominator here, and it ain't him.
So there were a lot of fans, rightly, I think, outraged at how this went down. But what's so interesting about this controversy is nobody seems to really be pushing back on the fact that ultimately it's a goal.
It's, I think at best, and this is what Oilers fans I think are going to have difficulty with, the NHL got it right for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Like, call on the ice is a goal. How the hell do you know? Like, this, to me, it only confirms my long-standing theory that the refs are just out there making it up.
Well,
it's a made-up call.
I think to say that human beings aren't suggestible and that refs aren't suggestible, you haven't watched a John Cooper series.
Right.
If
Oh my
you've seen
God.
John Cooper litigate with the
God.
refs are human beings. They're suggestible.
We'll get to it later, but Habs fans are miserable.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
And it's not because it's 2-2. It's because the Tampa Bay Lightning are a miserable time.
Oh, they're awful.
They're an awful time.
Awful.
A horrible series, win or lose. They are exhausting.
Yep.
But this puck is in.
Yep. So we start there. We're starting there.
If we start, well, this is what some people are arguing this morning. If we start there, we might as well end there too. Like, because the puck's in. You know what I mean?
So let's talk about what happened, though,
sure,
for anybody that might have missed it. Because it did happen, especially Eastern Standard Time. It happened about like 12:30 in the morning. So what happens is the ref calls it a goal. Now, when you look at where the refs are standing on the ice, a lot of people go, wait a second, how? And what was interesting is it wasn't immediately called a goal either.
Yeah, they made it up.
The fans cheered, the players celebrated, or at least started to celebrate, and then it was called a goal. And that's where people have an issue.
I was taught in high school, in the very few sports that I played, Dragon Boat. You remember.
Yes.
It's a close race. Just celebrate.
Absolutely.
You get to the finish line. If it's a close race, you celebrate.
Sell it.
This is high school athletics. You think they have photo technology here? In the early 2000s? Celebrate. Right? We had to do a re-race once.
Oh.
Luckily, they didn't have to do a re-game here. The refs could not have possibly known this was in. Could not have possibly known. That to me is the long and short of it, but also the puck went in.
And the key, Jesse, is that when the refs went to they conferred with each other. The Ducks were already celebrating. Nobody's leaving the ice because we all know this is going to be challenged. Nobody left. And all the fans are celebrating whatever. The big moment is not what the refs said initially on the ice. It's what they said after they conferred with each other, which was ultimately how this was going to be reviewed, which was good goal. And that changes things, right?
The whole call came down to what they were going to call on the ice. If they called no goal initially, it had to stand as no goal, because even though we all know in the back of our mind, gun to our head, that puck was in the net, you can tell they don't have conclusive evidence that it was it. There's no shot of the actual puck being in the net. There's always a skate blocking it no matter what camera angle they had. So everything came down to what were they going to call in that moment. And the refs decided, the four of them huddled, we are going to make this up and we are going to pretend that we saw it was it. This is the screenshot of where the two guys in zebra costumes were at the moment when the puck went into the net. One ref, if you are listening right now, is above the red line and just below the face-off circle. And then the other one is like above the face-off circle. So he definitely didn't see it.
He's not even in frame.
And then the one guy who is supposed to make this call isn't anywhere close to where he could see this puck going into the net. We have video evidence of the refs making up this call. And if you want to complain, if you're an Oilers fan, about this being the wrong call, you're right, because the call on the ice should have been no goal, because we did not see it with our eyes go over the line, and therefore the video review would have been no goal. They got it right. Like, this should have been a good goal.
Yeah.
But they got it they got there by just making up whatever they want.
The video crew got to the right.
Yeah.
call.
So can I ask you this?
If you don't know that it's in, you have to say no goal.
You can't just guess.
No,
you can't guess.
That's not your job. You did the right thing, but this isn't your job. Your job is to call it by the rules, and you didn't see it go in. You're a liar.
Yeah, no, it's Jesse's 100% right.
So then
it's made up.
Does this support, though, it's something that we've had long taken issue with, is the NHL's process in this case worked? Because ultimately they got to the right spot.
Yes, the league's process worked, but the officiating crew, it's made up nonsense.
Now, okay, let me be annoying.
No, do it.
Human beings.
Yeah.
It's a human being ref game. What do we know about human beings?
They make mistakes. I have no
They make
problem.
mistakes. They're suggestible. They can get caught up in the moment just like anybody else. Yeah. And yes, they might be trained not to, but listen, every human being is a human being.
I know this isn't acceptable, but I have no problem with those four human beings who did not see this puck go, we don't know. Like, I know that's not acceptable. It's either got to be goal or no goal. It's got to be we don't know. Because you don't know. I think you don't know is defaults to no goal.
Well, why? I was thinking about this on the ride in. While I agree with you, why can't the ref say we got to look upstairs, and why not give them a neutral option where they go, we don't know, we didn't see it, we're going to go to the video crew? How would that hurt anyone?
It wouldn't, and it would just be reasonable. It's a puck that's under equipment that's all kinds of funny colors
behind netting.
behind netting, behind metal, literal metal. If it's along the ice, your view is obstructed by metal. And if it's made of zinc, home laner can't even see through it to see where that puck is. It's very documented. I can't see through zinc.
Yep.
I mean, they made it up. At the end of the day, like, this is the thing. I have a real hard time digging in too deep because, like, it is the right call. The league got it right. How often are you going to hear me stick up for the league? The league got it right. The officiating crew got an A on the group project. Like, they had no idea. They had absolutely no idea.
I don't think there's any problem with how things ended in terms of the result we got here, which was it was a goal and it should have been a good goal. The problem I got here is with liars. You can't just pretend you did something when you didn't.
Now, I want to give a big shout out this morning to Edmonton media, because all of them, as much as they were outraged by how the process took place, and I get it, they all said, but that's a goal.
Yeah.
And not every group of media is going to do that.
Right.
And I think had they gone the other direction and been, because people can do this, you can just say anything you want this day and age. You could be obtuse about this and go, but you don't know. You don't know for sure. And it is true that the puck is sort of covered at the top by Jari's skate. Now, it would have to be egg-shaped and huge for it to actually still be touching the red line. Everybody can see that. But it does... So compliments to the Edmonton media who rightly said, yeah, it is a goal, but I don't like the way it happened, and fair enough. And there are other legitimate gripes that I think they have as we break down this game even further, because there's a lot more to this game than just this play. But when I look at how this could be solved, how many years in a row in the playoffs are the three of us going to sit here and go, use the same technology they use from tennis?
There's been a
one
suggestion.
camera.
There was a suggestion this morning that's been used multiple times. Have a secondary line that if the puck touches it, you know it's an automatic goal because
it has to be out. That's
the
so
puck
easy.
is only a certain size.
How brilliant is that? Then it's only paint.
Yeah. That it's only, you don't need crazy radar, whatever the hell they use.
That's a great idea.
Paint.
That's a great idea.
I don't know how exact
it would have to just be. It would have to be exact. I mean, all the lines are all they are all inspected. They are all measured and that sort of thing. Like every blue line's the same. Every red line's the same. If it's an extra red line, that's the goal red line, right? Puck touches this, it's a goal.
If you have that secondary line, it'd actually be easier to implement the technology because you have the technology in the puck, and then that line, because it's a static one sitting in there, you could affix whatever cameras you need inside of the net at that level that you could just do whatever you need to do to find out if it crossed the line or if it touched the line or not.
It's an imperfect system because if the puck's rolling, a la Martin Jelena 2004, it would still maybe cross the line and not touch it, right? That can still happen.
I understand what you're saying.
So if the puck's up on its side, it would be rare.
It would be rare.
Then it would be thinner.
Well, that's what I mean, though. So then if the puck is flat and the line, so let's say this is, okay, I'm going to do this with my hand. So the goal red line's here, and then this line, this is the touch line.
The goal line.
The goal line is there, and the puck comes in and it skits up on its side, and then it rolls along in between the two lines. That can and will happen.
But if it's in between the two lines, then it would be thinner than the width of the puck, then it would be in.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood you.
If it went in there, it would be in.
Yeah,
so it would cover all scenarios.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No, listen. Hey, we're talking it
working
through.
through it.
We're talking it through. We're trying to poke holes.
On the uptake than I am.
We're trying to find it. Okay, like one of the things that I think we've talked about in the past. Those pucks with like the bubbles in them that have, I don't know, like sensors or readers or it's some sort of
every
technology.
NHL puck right now, if you were lucky enough to hold an actual game used puck, they have 6-8 dots that are tied to cameras all over every arena.
You could have said 7.
I could have. And that is how puck tracking technology is currently implemented. We actually had a computer science engineer email us months ago, maybe even years ago, telling us how they could use that for many things that they're not currently using it
Didn't
for.
they send us like a picture of the inside of the puck too?
Yes.
And we showed it on screen.
Yeah, they talked about all that technology with the cameras and the dots, and that's how things are done. It's not with a chip, it's with cameras and sensors.
And one of the biggest complaints about, well, if we implement that, was the cost. Well, what's the cost of paint?
Well, like the cost for an organization that makes billions of dollars every year shouldn't matter.
It's not like
I agree with that.
Of chips, like I know the cost of chips has gone up. Thank you, AI. But I'm talking about these types of chips. This is base level bullshit.
Cost of corn chips. And
It's not.
potato chips.
It's not that expensive.
When
to do
when an
this.
NFL football goes into the stands, they have the security guards go and claim it from the person who caught the ball, and they have to give them a different ball because that ball that was on the field has technology in it that they need.
It costs like what a Ford friggin' F-150 costs.
Yeah,
Probably
so
is
all of these sports right now have things in them that are tracking and doing everything. The NHL is doing that too with their pucks. It's just about using that now to get these things right.
Now consider this: if the NHL takes all these steps, then what would podcasts talk about? What would we have?
we would have a pretty damn good hockey game to talk about. A very exciting hockey game.
Do you want Chris Knobloch's thoughts on
Absolutely.
on the winner there? 'Cause
Yeah.
he said some stuff. Only audio here, Maddie.
Yeah, failed clear. They throw a puck to the net. Unfortunately, goes off our defenseman's skate and goes in, and they call it a goal. You know, it was very close, and it's often, I've seen it before, where there's, I thought we were going to get away with it, where, I've seen in the past where I've thought goals have gone in, and they haven't been able to prove them. So I thought that's what the call was going to be, but obviously they thought otherwise.
Here's his thing that we haven't really covered yet. If the call on the ice is no goal,
This game's still playing.
could the league be justified in saying we can't conclusively say that's in?
They have to.
They can be justified, but I think everybody would be like, "That's fucking horseshit." And
But I think they have
And
to, right?
Dave Jackson posted something. Go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead.
No, I was saying they have to say it because there is no video evidence that it went in, so they have to side with whatever call the refs initially made.
And I guess what they were saying, I think Dave Jackson was saying, he's the guy who does the reffing for the NHL on ESPN. And listen, Dave's a very nice guy, but he does agree with basically every official call. So every time they go to him, they go, "Well, I think he made the right call." But he's there to explain sort of what the idea is. And he jumped on Twitter last night for the first time in a long time to kind of talk about it. And it essentially means, like, sometimes too, they've got to use their best judgment. That's also the video reviews thing, is that
Okay.
I know, we all know that puck was in. And yes, the evidence wasn't conclusive, but there is gray area in the rule to say, yeah, but we can all look. We can see with our eyes. And again, like I said, I don't see a lot of people disputing it this morning. I really don't. Not anyone who's like serious, like somebody whose opinion has real heft. I can understand why Oiler fans feel jobbed, and I do want to get to that because they were jobbed on several other fronts.
Well, also they just get jobbed. Like,
well, I could remember that Winnipeg series.
Historically, they get jobbed.
Remember that Winnipeg series, the Oilers? Remember when, like, second round 2021,
And they got swept.
yeah, and they literally had 5 Jets on top of Connor McDavid every play.
Yes, the calls in that series,
was
the
it the Jets?
the Duck series from, I think it was 2017.
Yes,
Friggin'
yes.
can't remember if it was Kessler or Perry, just all over Talbot. Dude, when was the last like real significant one to go their way? I mean, they went to back-to-back finals. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but they get jobbed a lot. So I don't begrudge Oilers fans for hating the system.
So I think it's a good time to do the BetMGM big story. BetMGM is an official sports betting partner of the National Hockey League and has everything you need for the action on the ice. Jesse, you've got a weird sort of combo bet that I would have never thought of, but I kind of love this.
They have, on the BetMGM app, pre-made parlays for the entire Western Conference in you selecting 2 teams to advance. So we have all the series there. The Avs are done, obviously, so you can't pick them. So you're going to pick 2 teams that are going to advance to the next round. Any of the 2, they have all the combos available. And then we're going to see what the odds are. And that's, you're going to have to stick to this. We're going to hold it to you. And if you're wrong, you're a loser. And if you're right, you're the champion. Which 2 teams do you want? The combos are Ducks and Mammoth, Stars and Ducks, Wild Ducks, Ducks Golden Knights, Stars Mammoth, Wild Mammoth, Stars Golden Knights, Wild Golden Knights, Oilers Mammoth, Stars Oilers, Wild Oilers, Oilers Golden Knights. Those are all the possible combos.
I am Wild and Ducks.
Wild and Ducks is 2.5 times your money.
It is the 3rd most likely.
Yes.
I am going to avoid Ducks Oilers because that to me is the most volatile series. Ducks could end it in 5, but who trusts it? It's the damn Oilers. I'm going to go with the one that would be what I said before the round began. So I'm going to do what I never do, and that's actually stick to my picks. Give me Stars and Golden Knights.
Stars and Golden Knights, which is 4.2 times your money, 420.
Hey, whoa.
Adam, why are you so confident that the Wild can take down the Dallas Stars?
I like the way that they're playing. I like the way they played Game 4. And I think that 5-on-5, they've been, to me, the better team.
Stars have been pretty heavy on the power play.
Yeah, so so that means the Wild need to clean up the PK, which, hey, a lot of the teams that do well in special teams end up winning the cup. It's a bit of a risk that way. You look at how like Brock Faber's done. There's just Boldy's been amazing. Like there's just it's an outstanding group. But you know what? I've been rooting for the Ducks all season. There's something fun about the Wild. There's just something about them that I'm like, I really like you. You know?
Steve, why are you so confident that the Golden Knights are going to come back against the Mammoth?
Oh, so to be clear, I literally think both those picks are wrong. But I'm sticking to the picks that I made before the series began.
Do you see a path to them winning the next couple games and taking down the Mammoth?
The Golden Knights?
Yeah.
We're going to find out a lot about them in Game 4.
Mm-hmm.
The experience that I said they have and looked like they had in abundance after Game 1, we're waiting for it to show back up because we didn't really see it in Game 2 or 3. Definitely not 3. And as for the Stars, I mean, I've had producer Hayden feeding me all his anti-Stars propaganda now for a week.
And Drew on top of that.
They've joined forces.
They have.
Because Drew wants the Wild to advance because you think that's an easier matchup for the Avalanche?
Oh, the Dallas beat them last year.
The most fun outcome for SDPN internally is the Wild play the Avalanche.
Yes, absolutely.
But I'm sticking to my picks from before.
Jesse, give us yours.
I'll take the Mammoth and Wild.
Oh, I like that. Okay, what's that? What are the odds for people?
Actually, no. Give me the Oilers. Give me the Oilers advancing. So any of these ones that
Oilers
are down here.
I'm
going to do Oilers and Mammoth.
7-1.
7-1.
I think if you're going that far, you might as well go Oilers Golden Knights.
I think you
10-1.
I think you should go Stars Oilers because at least the Stars are tied 2-2 right now, right?
Mammoth are up.
Mammoth. Oh yeah, I guess it's more.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now listen, these are the decisions you have to make. Download the BetMGM app today and enjoy the NHL like never before. BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 18 plus to wager. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or somebody close to you, please contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge. BetMGM operates pursuant to an operating agreement with iGaming Ontario. Jesse, do you want to run Matthias Ekholm's clip too? I don't know if you guys care or whatever, but it was interesting to hear some of the thoughts of the players, obviously, after the game. Connor McDavid's thoughts were also very interesting, but it had more to do with him, so I'm saving that part. Even in the heat of the moment here, like I can understand where Ekholm comes from here, but I think cold light of day, he's probably feeling a little bit different. Here you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw it on the screen. We saw it on the TV down on the bench. I don't know how they see it as a conclusive goal. I just don't. To be honest, maybe there's somebody that can prove me otherwise. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. They called it a goal, and we'll have to buy with that.
And that's the key.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I respect that.
You have to move on. Like, you have 3 games in a row to win now against a team that has been, frankly, better than you. Like, you look at the shots,
Well,
Like
okay.
the Ducks have caved them in for most of the series.
I want to push back on the shots thing.
Yeah?
Because remember, the Ducks were coming back from a 2-0 lead early in the first.
Yes.
And so
I'll defer to you.
there are score effects on a lot of that game. And I'm not saying that the Ducks weren't great, but if there was a game where the Oilers were great on defense, were stingy on defense, it was this one.
It was closer to even than the shot suggests.
100%.
Got it.
100%. That's a score effects shot counter for sure. Now, ultimately, at the end of the game, the Ducks had more high danger scoring chances, the more slot shots, all that sort of thing. But the Oilers really did buckle down and give us the defense that we're used to seeing them play on the way to the finals. And you guys remember how last year started against LA. It was like 6 goals allowed, 5 goals allowed. But hey, we won that game. Thanks, Jim Hiller. And then they continued. And then it started, the goal total started to shrink, and they went off. The thing tonight, or the thing last night, I think the Oilers have legitimate reason to gripe about is it was the game where the refs sort of started to put their whistles away, but not totally. And so there was a lot of stick infractions.
What's that like? Can't wait to talk about Habs Bolts.
There was a lot of stick infractions that the Ducks committed that just went uncalled. And they had been calling them games 1 through 3, but playoff whistle starts in game 4. We always know that. They work towards it, right? So I think, if I'm being honest, and I tweeted this last night, thought the Oilers played their most dominant game of the series in terms of how they managed throughout.
That's bad news for them.
And I thought they deserved to win.
Oof.
Jari was good, man. Jari was real strong. And they also played like they knew Jari was in net. So he didn't have a lot of things thrown at him.
Right.
But the Ducks, here's what kills you too. The 2 Ducks goals.
Cutter Gauthier.
Yeah, but the 2 Ducks goals are power play. And the Ducks are 6 for 11 on the power play in this series.
Jeff Viel. It's Jeff Viel?
VL, yeah.
Had 6 goals in 99 career games heading into these playoffs. He scored in back-to-back playoff games.
Yeah. And he was the one that put them away. He put the 6-4 goal on the board.
That is that's what you need. That's what you need to beat a favorite.
That fourth line is actually really good. Washi, VL, guys that you're just like Washi was like some pickup out of university.
I mean, I don't expect everyone to know the fourth line of the Ducks,
but they've been great.
Yeah.
They've been really great. And they've been, the thing about the fourth line for the Ducks is they're always in the offensive zone.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good coaching.
Ian Moore too, by the way. Ian Moore.
CJ did a great job with explaining like Tim Washi and his abilities to shut down McDavid in this series, because they're trusting him to go out there and play the toughest minutes, and those are the ones against Connor, and he's doing a fantastic job. And yeah, like you said, you can't expect every hockey fan to know that the fourth line of the Ducks, but now you're going to learn this name, and it's a Dano level run.
Yes.
It's like, hey, we got somebody who's just really good defensively and can hang with the best player in the game. It's really cool.
And they signed Washi a year ago.
Yeah. And it's, what it is, guys? It's details. The one thing that I've seen with the Ducks, that the reason that, say, Connor hasn't been able to get going, and maybe health's a part of that, we can talk about that. But every time Connor loads up, and when he does it, right?
Oh, it's you have to stand up.
You do. What they do is they just bump him a little.
Yeah, oh yeah. Get skin on him. Which Frank Corrado, like every now and then someone comes on the show and just changes the way I watch. When he said that, Babcock would always encourage guys, don't interfere, but get some skin on them.
Yeah.
And that's what the Leafs didn't do on Pasternak's overtime winner in 2024.
They don't do that.
Yeah, that was the context. They're not going to call you for every time you
touch a guy,
Connor McDavid or anyone, really.
Just knock his stick just a little bit. Puck goes a little bit off, then he can't speed up anymore.
Anything. It's all about balance, especially at that speed.
They are very detailed, these Ducks.
Yeah.
Very detailed. Now, you guys saw what happens when even sometimes the Ducks can't contain him. Did you see him just walk Beckett Seneca?
Add him to the list. You know what I mean? Like,
it was great.
Welcome to the league, kid. You're having a great year. Anyway, here's Connor.
And that would have been the win right there. Dostal made an unbelievable toe save. That's the win.
Yep.
The Ducks are a well-coached team. They're very detailed. And the thing that they're doing so well in the PK, because their PK has been very strong as well, is interrupting passing lanes. And they're faster and they're younger. and they haven't played as much hockey as the Oilers have the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh boy, that when I said Oilers in 5, I meant out. Right?
Hey, I said
am I
Oilers in
allowed
5
to? Am I allowed to change my pick on a technicality? I misspoke. Yeah.
Here's a little
it's not
illustration about how important that fourth line is. So this is the shift chart from the game. I'm going to try and do my best here. There's a lot of dots, a lot of going on. If you're
a lot of Morse code
watching
happening
right
here,
now.
Jesse.
So this down here at the bottom of the screen is the Washy, VL, Ian Moore line. They're all those guys are down there. And then you'll see up here at 52, they come on the same time as Connor McDavid. Connor has his long shift here. They stay out for parts of it, but then they're trusted by a really good head coach to come back out here and have another quick shift. And that's the shift where they score that goal.
You have to defend Connor by committee.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
They lots of teams have tried this one-on-one crap, and they've just gotten killed.
But how many head coaches in the third period of a playoff game you really need to win, you need to steal this one so you can get ahead in this series, are going to trust their fourth line with 2 shifts in the span of a couple minutes there?
Yeah.
And that's just what the depth scoring that they're getting from their fourth line there in Anaheim. It's big ball stuff.
This is years ago we sort of called this when Tom Wilson got a big contract. When the NHL was finally, for the first time in ever, leaning little guy.
Mm-hmm.
They got tired of looking stupid on guys like Alex DeBrincat. And, why did this guy who scored back-to-back 50-goal seasons in the O fall to the second round? What are we dumb?
Mm-hmm.
Let's move. Wilson gets this giant contract, and I'm like, well, wait. The market inefficiency is now him.
Yes.
There aren't guys like him. The league now, it's a young league. Yes. It's a skating league. Yes. All the big guys can skate.
Yes, they can.
Look
at the way Tage moves.
Sorry?
Look at the way Tage Thompson moves.
Oh, I know. Well, and he's got hands,
Yes.
and he could be the most effective player on the ice at 6'7" or whatever without even throwing a hit.
Yeah.
And that never used to be the case. This league is just full of killers. Washy, we were talking about, is 215, 6'3". Everyone can move now. These slow plotting guys, unless you're a certain style of defenseman, you can maybe pull it off. Maybe. Not up front.
No.
If you're a forward, you got to go.
Yep.
You got to friggin' go. You got to be able to move. And if you try to do it one-on-one with McDavid, I want to say Elias Lindholm, the year of that Flames-Oilers series where the Oilers beat him in 5, gentleman sweep, Lindholm was runner-up for the Selke.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure. McDavid stuffed him in a locker.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad, man. And it wasn't hard match Lindholm, if I remember correct, but you can't stick one guy or one line in McDavid. It's not going to work. It's not junior. They tried that in junior and it was sort of effective. McDavid also didn't have anyone he could really pass to in that series. I'm getting bogged up here going back to 2015 OHL. The Ducks are very clearly where this league is headed, and the Oilers need to find a way to figure out how to not be where the league is headed from.
Yeah. Can I give you guys some stats?
Yes, please.
So this is from Brian Swain. He is a writer for the Hockey Writers, and he said Oilers most goals against in the first 4 games of a postseason. Last year, 19 in their first 4 games. That's goals allowed.
It's pretty bad.
20 in 1982.
That's probably good for 1982.
20 in 2026.
Wow. It's
and
when you put it in that context, it's crazy they've won a game.
Andy Strickland, worst team save percentage in the Stanley Cup playoffs so far. These are the 3 teams: Edmonton, Pittsburgh, Anaheim. Okay. Not really surprising because there's been a lot of goals in this series.
Yeah.
But the Ducks are at an 8.75.
That's bad.
The Penguins, who stayed alive, are at an 8.74.
Pretty bad.
What are the Oilers at?
8.52.
Jesse, what do you think?
8:43.
8.32.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I think, call me crazy, I thought Ingram was pretty solid for them. I thought Jari was solid for them. This comes down to, you talk about where the league's going. People are sleeping on the amount of talent on this Ducks roster. Chris Kreider's invisible. In comparison to guys like Beckett, Seneca, you saw the Cutter Gauthier shot last night, which was just...
He's a killer.
He's an
absolute killer.
He's going to do that on any goalie. That's not Jari's fault. I mean, Jari sees him, but like, he's a killer.
Yeah.
Leo Carlson is the center of the future. I'm telling you, he's amazing behind Macklin. Like, these guys, it's person after person. Minchikov's having a really solid series next to John Carlson.
Probably happy they didn't trade him, eh?
Yeah, Lacombe is like, his advanced numbers are insane this series, leading, I think, both teams in ice time. If not both, then definitely the Ducks. Like, they have so much, and a great goaltender too. Their goaltending is superior to both Oilers goalies, no question. And they can play run and gun, and they're faster than the Oilers defense. Bouchard can skate. Nurse can, but is not that fast. Ekholm's 38 or 37, right?
He's old.
I don't think Wallman's quite the guy he was last year. His season's just not been as good this year. It could
Missed
be
a
injuries,
lot of time, didn't he?
Could be injuries, could be whatever. You know,
Oh,
you're starting to see a changing of the guard. Jess, what do you have up on screen? I'm curious.
I just want to shout out our best friend on the podcast before we get too far away from this game, because Evan Bouchard corner needs some love.
Yes, it does.
And that he scored a very nice goal.
He did.
this is 3 seconds into the power play.
Yeah.
How did he get this opportunity 3 seconds in?
It comes off the face-off dot. McDavid does a little dangle to the slot, and he passes to Evan, who wires one top corner. And I thought this was going to be the game-winning goal, and I was very excited to come on here and praise Evan Bouchard for a very nice snipe of the game-winning goal. But they ended up losing it. But yeah, that was a 3-2 goal. Evan, still one of the greatest playoff talents we have of this generation.
No question.
All-time defenseman, points leader in the playoffs. That's not going away. He's going to remain with the all-time greats because he does stuff like this.
Yeah. And he was good last night, man.
Yeah.
He was.
A good game.
I think, Oilers fans are already talking this morning about who needs to go. And by the way, it's always Darnell Nurse.
Who needs to go?
Like 5 years, it's been like, well, we really got to move on from Darnell Nurse.
I'd be worried about overreacting.
I would be too.
Yeah.
Because, like, I remember when McDavid signed his extension, which has not kicked in, by the way.
Yeah.
I said they're going to win a cup, like, over the life of this contract, which is only 2 years. It's a bold thing to say. This year was not the year, right? The cap hasn't gone up enough. What's insane about this extension is the cap is going to go up by leaps and bounds, while McDavid essentially gave the Oilers a 10-year contract.
Yeah.
When the max is 8, right? He made the decision. This extension is going to make me a static cap hit for 10 years. The cap is going to go up by a lot this summer. It's going to go up by even more next summer. I'd be worried about shedding too much, but yeah, you got to get rid of Darnell Nurse. But yeah.
He can't be playing probably the minutes that he is playing. I don't even know.
It's not even that. He's not close to 9 1/4. He's not close, and I know the cap is going up.
Can you
here's a fascinating
find more
conversation.
talent and push him down the lineup? That's always my interest. Like, if the Leafs,
your depth is off.
If the Leafs did that with Morgan Riley,
yeah,
I'd be okay with Morgan Riley sticking around. But I don't think Morgan Riley should be playing more than 15 minutes a night.
I think they've reduced his importance in the lineup.
They've had to.
They've had to. 7.5. That's too much. The cap is going up. Can you make the same justification for Nurse?
It's $2 million more,
but it's 9 1/4. That's a lot. It's so much. But listen, what are we doing? Get a goalie. I know Ingram wasn't the problem. I know Jari wasn't the problem.
Jari has been a problem. But he's not the problem.
Well, yeah. He wasn't last night.
He hadn't played since April 7th.
Get a
for a
goalie
reason.
who can steal a game. A game. Pretty much everyone else worth talking about has one. Why don't you? What I don't understand, like, I know Edmonton sometimes has a problem signing players. I don't understand why a goalie out there hasn't decided to win a Stanley Cup. Woken up in the morning, I think I'm going to win a cup today. That's all you would have to do is if someone in the top 20 of the league just went, I think I'm going to sign for 1 year in Edmonton.
Yep.
And just win a cup.
Yep.
I don't know why no one's made that choice.
Well, I think they whiffed on John Gimson. And by whiff, I mean they just didn't try. Remember at the last year at the trade deadline?
I think they were very happy with Stuart Skinner. And then when they decided to move off of him, they went after the wrong guy when they could have just kind of waited on Stuart Skinner and then his contract would be expiring. And now they're stuck with 2 more years of Jari. I think they completely fumbled what they had because they thought they had something.
So Jesse's right. And this contradicts something I just said. Let's say you blow it this year, right? Skinner's contract's up. That frees up 2 and a bit. Cap's going up anyway. You go out and you offer a Brinks truck to either a free agent goalie or a goalie that you can acquire via trade.
I got a name for you.
Now you have Adam.
Bobrovsky.
You could have given it to Bobrovsky. Guess what? Jari's got term.
$5.375 million for next year and the year after.
So
when instead you could have had an expiring goalie.
So
on that,
between Nurse and Jari alone, you're probably overpaying combined.
Yeah.
$5 to $7 million.
Nurse's contract's crazy too. It's
is.
for another 4 years.
Oh,
Like after this one, he doesn't expire. He doesn't become a UFA until 2030. It's a full no move. Can't do anything with him, and it's $9.25 million.
And I think what is he, a $6 million defenseman in this era?
yeah,
that's what I was going to ask.
In this era, like last year, he'd be a $5 million defenseman, but it's obviously jumped.
I would pay Nurse $6 million to play D for me.
Okay,
I'd be okay with that.
okay. You have
So that's $3 million overpay. What would you pay Jari based on his performance in the season?
Like $1 million.
$1 million?
I would.
He's replacement level AHL goal.
So we're talking about a $3 million overpay and a $4 million
He was
overpay. That's
on
$7 million.
waivers last season. That is his bar of quality of goaltending.
Ironically, but unironically, I would give Tristan Jari Matt Murray's contract.
What is Matt Murray's contract?
I think it's $1 million. And Matt Murray is a once good goalie who
Played for the Penguins.
played for the Penguins, who you've seen do it, but has also shown that he violently can't. Right? You give him $1 million, play him in spots. Maybe the lessened workload makes him good. Matt Murray had a pretty decent year, if I remember correct, in Seattle. I mean, did anyone have a decent year in Seattle? I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up, but I think he had
.922 save percentage in 5 games.
Oh, he played 5 games. How'd he do in the A?
Did not get a win.
Are you frigging serious?
Didn't get a win. And he did not play in the A this year. It looks like, at least according to Hockey DB. I'm gonna check.
So is he just part of a Thrandom?
I think he was part of the Thrandom.
All right. Well, anyway, that's what I would give.
Yep,
Tristan
0-2-1,
Jari.
922 save percentage, and a 2-2-1 goals against.
Okay.
That's not bad for $1 million.
Neither of these players has a contract. Okay, let's pretend neither of these players has a contract, and you have to choose between one of them, and you have to give them the exact same amount of money. You taking Darnell Nurse or Nikita Zadorov?
Zadorov.
Yeah, Zadorov. Yeah.
And
Okay, well,
and you know what
Zadorov makes like 6 in a bit.
Zadorov makes what Nurse should make.
That when you said 6, the first player I thought of was Zadorov. Offensively capable but limited.
Will score you a big goal in the playoffs. Nurse always does that.
Lays the body a lot. Not someone you want to tussle with at all. Huge. There's a lot of comparables there.
Takes the odd bad penalty, both of them.
Also, like, pretty sure he doesn't lead his team in defensive ice time. Maybe I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got McAvoy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nurse has Bouchard.
Yeah.
Not the same. I understand, but
still not a bad comparable. I look at it kind of the same. Like, so can you? And again, Oilers. This is an off-season conversation, but Oilers fans really felt, I think, and everybody goes through it after a loss like that. Really feel like there are significant issues with this team, and I want to ask you guys watching this.
Yeah,
what have you thought about Knobloch? Because Knobloch has gotten this team to 2 straight Stanley Cup finals, and Oiler fans are like, this fucking guy. And so, and listen, as a Toronto guy who was saying this fucking guy at all of our management this year, hey, you guys made the playoffs. You've been to the finals. We have not done anything like that.
bar is significantly higher in Edmonton.
Yeah. How have you thought about his coaching this series?
I mean, like, here's the thing. We can have lots of conversations about should Joel Quenneville be in the NHL. He is. And last night, he got his, I think, 124th career playoff win, which is second all time to Scotty Bowman, who has like double, which is insane.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's not a fair fight. I know he's been to back-to-back finals, but remember his resume coming in. We were like McDavid's junior coach. And Joel Quenneville, again, we can have a conversation about whether or not he should be in the NHL. His resume is that he's one of the best coaches of all time. When the Hall of Fame discussion comes, it's going to be a long and exhausting and ugly one. But if we're just going pure games won, championships, whatever, I don't even know if you need to denigrate Knoblauch. Joel Quenneville is one of the best coaches of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
And it's working.
That's why the Ducks were like, you know what? People are going to be mad at us, but we're going to do it anyway. And they went out and did it.
I think in this series specifically, Knoblauch's been decidedly outcoached. And Quenneville deserves a lot of the credit in the line matching. We went over the fourth line stuff before. And I think his little secret weapon is the man who was walking out of the arena yesterday smiling. Giant smile across his face.
He's doing the Obafemi walk too.
Is Jay Woodcroft. Who's going to know the Edmonton Oilers better than that man right there? And I think they've put together, Quenneville and his assistants, Jay Woodcroft, a great game plan against the Oilers, and it's working. And it has worked this whole series.
And, Jess, Jay didn't work because they, after the Oilers thing, that first 20 games went so poorly, and then them going all the way to the finals made him look horrible. Mm-hmm. And he held out for a head coaching job. I think he interviewed with Columbus and I think maybe Winnipeg and a few other teams. Nobody took him. And he finally said, you know what? Fine, I'll take an assistant coaching job. Seems to be going pretty well.
It's always small sample size until it's confirmation bias, right? Like there was plenty of Jay Woodcroft season to go around when it came to the Oilers being good and him doing a good job with the Oilers. But 20 games of him being bad and then Knoblauch being good was enough for Woodcroft to sit on the shelf for 2 years? More? And he comes back as an assistant because he can't get a gig? I think there was a lot of, I don't believe in this guy, and then Knoblauch comes around and makes the Oilers better, and it was like, see, I was right.
I think what you're seeing in the series, from Knoblauch, is the Oilers we've always known. And the Oilers that play every single playoffs where they get down in these games, or they get up and the other team can come back, or they're down and they come back. He's never adjusted off of that style. Steve, I asked you to predict how an Oilers game would go. You could probably guess pretty closely on how Oilers hockey is going to go.
First they had the lead, then they didn't have the lead. And then
they had the lead.
The fact that we're in year 3 and it's the same thing, eventually that's going to catch up to you because the rest of the league is looking at you and they're going to know you and they're going to know how to defeat you eventually if you just present the same thing each time. The game's moving so quickly, and the Ducks are the new thing in the league, and you're still playing hockey how you played in your cup run 2 years
and
ago.
The Ducks play the Oilers style younger
and better
than the Oilers do because the Ducks were tied for first in comeback wins this year. And, the Oilers that's what they do.
And the Oilers all season long couldn't string together victories.
No, they couldn't.
No,
they couldn't.
And now they have to. How many 3-game win streaks did they have?
One, I believe.
You had a 2-0 lead in this game. You had a 3-2 lead with 15 minutes to go in this game, but no lead has been safe in this, and that's just the reality of this series. I don't know. The other thing I wanted to mention when it comes to Jay Woodcroft is Jay Woodcroft for me is such a piece of how the Ducks have constructed this puzzle. I was talking a little bit last night with people on the stream, and what is amazing, you look at the names that are on the Ducks, right? Okay, so Trouba, Castoff, got him for a barrel of pucks, right? Kreider, you didn't even give up a barrel of pucks. You gave them 1 puck. Mm-hmm. Gudas, you signed out of Florida for $3 million to stabilize your defense.
Might have been 4.
Teach them $4 million, whatever.
It's kind of a lot, but not a crazy. It's an overpay, but not a 9.25 overpay.
Yeah, it's not what Chicago was paying for Taylor Hall and Corey Perry and Nick Foligno when they were overpaying for forwards to bring them in to stabilize the team.
Even if you want to say it is like those, I think it's justifiable for the group.
They found teams that wanted to get rid of players. And then this offseason, they go, man, that Granlund guy looks pretty good on Dallas. How about we go get him?
You're skipping right over Cutter, eh?
Oh, Cutter was... but Cutter was another thing. They waited.
Yeah.
And somebody had an issue with a top... Was he a top 6 or a top 5?
5. He was 5th, I think.
So you have a top 5 prospect that just doesn't want to be there.
Ugh.
And no other
my
team...
God.
How does... I look at that, I'm like, Jamie... Listen, no disrespect to Jamie Drysdale and whatever that pick became, but are you telling me that there's 31 other... There are 30 other teams in the league right now looking at that trade going, we should have fucking made that trade, whatever it cost.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that is... And it was a bad trade at the time. Philadelphia got out in front of the camera first and said, this guy's a bad person.
Philly's liking the Zegras trade.
They are liking the Zegras
Right.
trade, but that's a subsequent trade.
Yes.
And listen, Drysdale's been fine in Philadelphia, and Philly's doing great. There's nothing wrong in Philly.
I think he's got new life under Tocchet.
But there are Flyers fans jumping on the stream going, man, I would love to see Gauthier and Martone together.
I mean, you could have just done both. Like, you could have just...
This is the thing. And
Yeah.
I feel like Verbeek deserves some credit here. Even Ville Husso, the backup, they just find guys that it's like nobody else wants you, or very few teams want you, and we're going to take you and we're going to use. And Jake Trouba was great last night. Lots of shots. He was looking like vintage Jake Trouba, and he's also laid a couple of just monster hits in this series.
That's what he does.
So I don't know. It's a fun one. Now, a couple of quick ones. I had a stat to run by you guys. Okay, Jason Greger said, regardless of OT goal, Oilers blew another 2-goal lead. They are 1-3 when scoring first. The other 15 playoff teams are 19-8. Blown leads are killing them. They allowed 2 goals in the second period and have been outscored 9-4 in the middle stanza. Had a lead in the third, couldn't hold it.
And then they didn't have the lead. Sorry.
Can't PK and getting thrashed in the second period. And that is true.
Well, when you put it like that, again, 3-1's bad. Sounds like it could be worse. Man. You know what's funny? I said they shouldn't overreact in terms of like the roster. Stan Bowman should be fired.
Well, the Dickinson trade seems to have worked out. Dickinson's been good.
Okay, great. Jari, your season begins and ends with that shitty
Steve,
trade.
you get a I just got here guy.
Oh boy.
So do you stick it out with Stan or do you go with I just got here?
You go with I just got here because Stan just handcuffed you. How are you going to get rid of that deal?
You're not. You're going to Jack Campbell that deal or he's going to play it out.
Okay, so I'm Jeff Jackson. I go, that is not an option. You're getting out of it. Come hell or high water, whatever you got to do to get out of it, you have to get out of it.
It could cost you significant draft capital.
And we don't really have that. And we got to do it anyway because we can't do this. We can't have this deal on our books. We can't have this goaltender play net for us.
You got to find a team that's rebuilding that will take that on. And
someone who wants to lose.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Like if the Leafs were fully committed to like rebuilding, I would call the Leafs and go, hey, right? Now they're not. They want to retool, but that's sort of the project you're looking at. Vancouver, call the Canucks, although they don't need $15 million in goaltending because they've got Lankinen and Demko.
A lot of the goalies that you're looking at are injury prone, right? So you call up Vancouver, you're getting a goalie who can play, but they're injury prone. You call up the Leafs, you're getting a goalie who can play, but they're injury prone. It's still better than this goalie who you just can't depend on to show up to work. You can't. Like we're sitting here this morning talking about, well, you know, you had a pretty good game. You'll have 4 goals. Mm-hmm. That can't be the bar. Like it sounds like I'm being unfair here, but like it's the playoffs. You need your goalie to steal you one every now and then.
I don't think they have that.
Like we over the course of this show or over the course of our lives, we've watched goalies steal series. J.S. Jaguar, okay, maybe we're going back too far. Maybe that's a far gone era. Jonathan Quick?
Tim Thomas?
Oh my God, Tim Thomas.
Stole a cup.
Holy shit, Tim Thomas. Roberto Luongo.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Like
Even Matt Murray. Bobrovsky.
That's a better example, I think.
Because he supplanted Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one goalie is faltering, get the other guy in. I think that's a better example, Adam. Or, you know who beat the Oilers in 2022?
Who?
Swept them, as a matter of fact. I don't even remember the guy's name. I can't even remember the guy's name. Because Darcy Kemper was battling an injury, and this guy played for the Avalanche. Pavel Francouz.
Oh!
Pavel Francouz.
Yeah,
I know you were all yelling it. I got there eventually.
I forgot about him.
And he stole games. It's not good enough that you're good enough. It's the playoffs. You're trying to win a cup.
Now, as we wrap this segment, let me ask you this. Would anybody be surprised to sit here Wednesday or Friday this week and see the Oilers tie this series?
Absolutely not. Not in the slightest.
No, they could easily do it.
So all hope is not lost here.
It's got nothing to do with the Ducks either. Any Ducks fans who are like, hey, it's the Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The Edmonton Oilers had 2 times this season where they won 3 consecutive games. One time, the first time they did it, 2 of those games were won in extra time. So scratch that. We need regulation wins here, and we need 5-on-5 wins. Yeah. So the second time they did it, it was in the middle of a 5-game winning streak where they had a overtime win in there. So if we start their win streak where they won 3 consecutive regulation wins, they did it one time. It was on March 28th. They started that streak, and they started that streak against the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh. Well, then.
Third time's a charm, Jesse Blake.
So let's see.
All right.
Let's see if they can do it.
You know, if I were to take a team and say, this is the Toyota Tacoma of the first round, it's going to be the Colorado Avalanche. Dominant. Ooh. Leaves no doubt. Ooh. And I know that, interestingly enough, I think that's been the most boring series, right? Like, it was sort of like, it went exactly how we thought it would.
I said 5 to be nice.
Okay. But that's what you get with Tacoma. You get reliability. You get best in class everything. And what I love about this 6,400 pounds of towing. So when the road gets rougher for the Avs, it's guaranteed to. They're going to play with the Wild or the Stars in the next round. You know that you're ready. They have their panoramic multi-terrain view monitor. It gives you live underfloor navigation so you can see what's happening. The power lift gate, the JBL 10-speaker sound system. Stay connected with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's all there. Experience power, experience capability, and convenience with the Toyota Tacoma. Did you like my...
I would say scratch all of that. The Hurricanes, they're red.
Oh,
Toyota,
it's red tag days.
It's the Hurricanes.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. ShopToyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer during Red Tag Days on now through May. So we're going to move on to a different series. We're working our way backward through the weekend because the last game last night was Edmonton. Now we're going to do Montreal, Tampa. Mm-hmm. And what a series this has been. So I look at Edmonton, Anaheim as like, when you go to Radio City Music Hall and you see those people kicking their legs and stuff.
The can.
Yes. This one is Tommy Shelby and Peaky Blinders. It's just a grind and it's dark and everybody's murmuring to each other and they're pissed and they're all fighting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This series it feels heavy. It looks heavy. It's exciting. And you just don't know what's going to happen next, Steve.
For Habs fans, I'm Captain America turning the chair backwards and sitting down and going, so you're in a series against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I know you played them in the 2021 final. Let's not pretend this is the same.
No.
First of all, it's the Stanley Cup final. Second of all, it was COVID. Third of all, expectations are, I think, completely different. 2021, like you knew you were getting killed.
Yep.
You knew. You were like, we're in the final. That's crazy. After beating Vegas, part of you was maybe like, maybe we can do it. That Lightning team was absurd.
Yep.
Lightning team's beat up now. You're on your way up. Let's see. All 4 games decided by 1 goal. Mm-hmm. 3 of them go to overtime. Why not you? We have got to watch our favorite team, or second favorite, depending on who you ask, watch the Leafs. Sorry. We got to watch our favorite team play against the Lightning in a series they lost, mm-hmm. and a series they won. And I can tell you, I enjoyed neither of them.
That was 13 total games. They lost in 7, they won in 6.
That's correct. That's correct. Both were long, slobber-knocking slogs with something after every whistle, a conversation to be summarizing those games was impossible. I don't know how I made an LFR shorter than 45 minutes over the course of those 13 games. I don't know how I did it because there was always something to gripe about with the Tampa Bay Lightning. There was always something with the officiating. There was always some call. There was always some quote. There was always some slight. There was always some hit. There was always some face wash. There's always some kind of stick work. There was always some kind of Brandon Hagel's face. There's always something. And the Habs of last year, it's just fun that we're here. They're gone. You want to win this thing.
Well, you get one house money season.
You get one. And this is why Ottawa is in a very precarious spot, and we'll get to them. But last year was house money season. You kind of went backward. And you're no longer talking about, well, next year we'll get them. Now it's, what are we going to do here? You don't want to get there, Montreal. You don't want to get there. And I can hear you pre-arguing, well, if we lost a tight series to Tampa, you don't want to lose in any fashion.
We've lost a few tight series.
All the Leafs exclusively lose tight series, except for that one time.
Except for that one time.
In 2023, and then everyone got fired. And it kind of ruined the course of the franchise. Anyway, Tampa is let's say you beat them in 6. Let's say you beat them in 7. You're going to be in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You're going to be in a bad mood. Tampa is the kind of team that even after you beat them, you're like, we have to do this 3 more times. I don't know if it's worth it. Let's just go golf.
Can I just say, when the third goal goes in, by the way, Brandon Hagel has 6 goals in this series.
More than the rest of the team.
Everybody else who has scored has 1.
6 of the 11.
That's psychotic.
Yeah, he's winning 6-5 against his teammates.
Point, Radish, Moser, Kucherov, and Gensel each have 1.
Yeah.
Hagel's got 6. And Gensel, by the way, I think is assisted on most of them, so he has 6 assists.
Yeah. Hagel has 2 2-goal games.
This is a Montreal team, though, that's played very, very well. But when that goal goes in, the third goal,
yeah,
okay, the silence in that Bell Center is never quiet.
No, they did a good job. They were silenced a couple times in that game. They did a good job of going, Tabernacle, Kalisa, friggin' just every second.
And then getting back up.
But that Hagel one, that took him a couple minutes. The second Hagel one, that took him a couple minutes. That's a game where a team blew a 2-0 lead as well. And
that'd be the Canadians.
That would be the Canadians, yes. Yeah. And I can't believe how well they're playing defensively. Tampa's so legit.
They're every minute. They're an every minute team.
Every minute. You can't take any time off. I can't believe how good the Habs' defensive sticks are, how good they are at blocking shots, how good they are at breaking up passes, especially in the slot. Dobish is scaring me a bit.
Why?
Well, I called this out from the beginning of the stream, and anyone who watched it will remember that I said this from the beginning. Right from the beginning of the game, I'm like, his movements are way too big.
Like losing his post sort of thing?
Yes. Losing his post. His posts don't exist.
So like Mrazek level?
His posts are translucent. It was pretty bad. There was one save he made. It might have been cleared out of the blue paint where he makes the save. The puck doesn't go in. And so you're all probably like, what is Steve even talking about? Dobish is in the butterfly. He's not even in the blue paint. And there's no reason for him to be there other than his movement was just insane. I'm not putting this on him, but one goalie looked a little young and a little frazzled. The other goalie looked like Andrei Vasilevsky, flaws and all. Montreal is good. They're extremely good. But you got to keep up with the pace of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And one thing Habs fans are talking about this morning that I've seen, other than the penalties, which I know we're going to get to, is this could be back-to-back years where a series is overturned against the Montreal Canadiens because of a huge hit.
Yes. Hey, that's a really good point. Wow.
Crozier shaboinked Slafkovsky. I can't believe Slafkovsky got up on his own. I can't believe he returned to the game and looked fine. But Crozier absolutely demolished the guy. And who's ready to spend some of the goodwill that we've built up with Habs fans? I thought it was legal.
Oh, I think that was it. Yeah, I know there's people that are saying that it was not a legal hit. The problem is when you see that the super slow-mo is Slafkovsky, Crozier's just standing normally and Slafkovsky is bent, knees bent down.
He drives upward and he makes contact with the head.
He does. No question.
Here's what I'm going to encourage you to do, Montreal Canadiens fans, and instead of playing the entire damn thing on the show, although we could if you wanted to.
Oh, go ahead.
The Matthew Nyes, when Matthew Nyes was hit by Zach Whitecloud, I believe it was a game in Toronto, Vegas Leafs. Whitecloud completely obliterates Nyes. And I remember saying, and a lot of people were like, you know what? I think it's a dirty hit, but I'm open to it not being a dirty hit. Please just explain it, because we only get a video when there is a suspension. We don't get a video when there isn't. And I think it'd be beneficial to the league to be like, here's why this isn't a suspension. I kind of think they should do it with this one, to be honest. Like if you think this is a clean hit as a league, great. Educate the fans. Educate the fans on where you are at, on what the rule is, not what the rule should be, right? So with Nyes, they did a great job explaining. We understand, but here's why that hit is legal. Based on that video, I think this is a clean hit.
Mm-hmm. I think it'd be hard to argue against that. You know, when you watch it in real time, I think it's a solid hit.
I think it is too.
Yeah, because some head contact is allowed if it's not the principal or primary.
Yeah, it also matters.
I forget the word they use.
Matters where a player is, where a player leans. Like it's a very. I mean, I think it's a clean hit as well. Jesse.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How big do you think the loss of Noah Dobson is weighing on this series?
Oh, it's huge. Like I thought this was a game they should have had.
Yes.
Like all credit to Lightning, obviously. We've talked a lot about how much we admire what they've done, but the Habs should have held on to this lead 2-0 going into the third, and they cost themselves this game. And I think if you have, all of your healthy defensemen there, maybe you're able to play a little bit more stingy defense and hold on to it. But that wasn't the case, and that's the reality of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Getting Dobson back, and I wonder if he plays Game 5.
He is skating in Broussard today. He's on the ice.
He'll be back by the end of the series, which is going at least 6.
It's guaranteed now.
Guaranteed. Mm-hmm. For as good as the Habs have been playing defensively, like outside of a couple just silly giveaways, structurally they're playing so well. Deneau played so well, I thought. Struble and Jack-Eye are drowning. They're drowning out there.
So maybe notes for the offseason, a little more depth on that defense, right?
Well, I think they have it, but Dobson's out.
No, but more depth than that.
Right. Well, this is the problem, right? You can't be like 12D deep.
Tell that to the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah.
Really. They had to go 12 men deep, and look where their season is at right now. At home.
Yeah.
They can't. It's impossible. It's eventually those injuries are going to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Like they were able to do in the regular season. Like they played Belleville, and they're like, we can win these games, and they did win those games. When you come up against the Canes and you don't have all your guys, it's going to be impossible.
The regular season's completely different. Like you're locked in there. Mm-hmm. You're stuck in this asylum with these nut jobs for 2 weeks. 2 weeks of Kucherov and Hagel and fuck off.
What were your thoughts?
You just
What were your thoughts in the moment and then afterwards? I don't know if it was a controversy in the moment on your stream about the penalty that led to the first Hagel goal on the power play.
Okay. You're going to catch me asking you this question a lot. Which one was that? There were a lot of penalties.
Yeah, tons of penalties. Oh, that was the kind of the theme of a lot of the games over the weekend. Just refs calling a lot of stuff.
I couldn't believe it was what, 13? I think it was 7-6
total in the game. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I could check. But so this one is the Oliver Kapanen play where he's coming in the zone and he hits Dominic James. It's a high sticking call.
Yeah.
This is early in the third period. Period's just getting started. High sticks him. And then the controversy here is the replay they show on Sportsnet at the initial penalty call. It looks like this is what he's being called for. There's Kapanen there, and he looks like he kind of half swings at James, and then he's in front of the net, half swing there. He misses him completely. Like the stick is over here, doesn't hit James at all. And then you'll see the ref in the corner there. He's going to raise his arm and he's going to call. Oh, there you go. Raise your arm. So there he finally raises his arm, calls this penalty for high sticking. 2 minutes in the box. Hagel scores. The controversy here is like that wasn't a high stick. He missed that call. And it's a very late call by the ref. In the moment, did you notice that? Were Habs fans upset?
Yes. Well, both fan bases were furious. Like, so I will say that, at least on our stream, which had a few thousand people in it, Montreal and Lightning fans were like, what the hell is this whistle? This is, I know they ended up getting it done. Lightning fans, so far this series haven't been like enthusiastic to get power plays. Their power play has not been good. Well, they have 4 power play goals now, but the sheer amount of opportunities, the amount of times they've come up short, and the amount of times it's kind of like killed their momentum a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like, on both sides.
Yeah, on both sides for sure. Yeah. Montreal's penalty kill up to this point was so good, but like you can't take 7 penalties in a playoff game. And the one thing here is the ref stuck to the standard all the game, which is never the case. And it was Wes McCauley. Like,
hey, his always the main character.
Always, but he's usually the main character because he's like, all right, coincidental. Look at all these penalties I'm calling coincidental. Yeah, lots of penalties, no power plays. I couldn't believe how many power plays there were.
And like that one came back to bite them. You know, that turns the whole momentum for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And it turns out, because they regrouped with this on the broadcast, that high stick that they showed on the replay wasn't the high stick that the ref called at all. That wasn't the penalty.
I think this is why I didn't really pick up on the controversy, because I saw this in real time.
So this is actually what the penalty was. It happened earlier in the rush up towards the goal. And you'll see here where Kapanen does strike James in the head. And then James reacts slowly. But in real time, when you play it back, you'll see the ref's arm go up like a couple seconds after the
he didn't want to call it
the one high stick, but that's the one he's calling. And this is a penalty you can't take. This is on the Habs here. It's on Kapanen here. Keep your stick down. I know you're going for the stick lift there, I think is what you're actually trying to do. But I didn't think that you can complain about this, because in the end, the ref did get it right. And this is the penalty he's calling that actually exists. It is an actual penalty. He high sticked them.
It's the right call based on the standard of the game.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Now, when I tell you this series is a slog, like it's just a chess match. Think of how many, no, put it back on the screen for a sec, because how many power plays were in this game, right? It's like at least a dozen. This is the third period. Look at the shots.
Yeah, 16
to 15. You can't get anything through anybody.
Yep.
Going both ways. It's just, I think the Lightning are a little bit more used to it.
And we haven't had a show since the greatest goal ever scored. But that goal was scored through 80 bodies where you couldn't get anything going.
Oh my God, Lane Hudson?
Yeah.
Seeing high shot, top corner. And he says there's like, I don't know, 42 hockey players in front of this net. I'm going to shoot it because why not? Yeah. And that's the case this whole series, where you can't get anything towards the net. And that one just finds an avenue right by Vasilevsky. It was a beautiful shot, and beautiful just awareness. Just throw it at the net.
Someone's someone had a stat like Lane Hudson's hit over 90, I think 3 times this season.
90 like
miles an
per hour. Oh, okay.
And that was one of them.
Wow.
Like just insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just leans into it with a FU bomb.
How do you feel the coaching matchup's gone? I've been very interested in this because John Cooper is widely known as one of the best, if not the best coaches in the league. I think he's the best one. Marty St. Louis, pretty damn good though.
I think St. Louis doing an extremely good job. The young team is making young mistakes and taking young penalties. Both teams are taking stupid penalties. Like Gensel had cost his team for the second time this series. Like back to, like 2 dumb penalties. I think the first was in game 1. And earlier in this game took another just really a penalty that should be beneath him as a vet. And both of them cost him. Him scoring that goal, I think it was important that he did it, right? There are lots of guys who could have scored a goal. Kucherov getting one. There was a one power play near the end of the game where I was like, he's going to wind up with an FU bomb here. And if it goes in the net, he's going to lose his mind. But Gensel needed one bad. And I think that was the one to get Tampa on the board. That's got to put a belief in you.
Absolutely.
Has to.
I think
they can be.
And again, like, I know they're going back to Tampa, but Montreal's not. I don't get the sense the Habs are ever afraid. Like, I'll be honest. There were relief teams where I'm like, they're afraid of this.
They're terrified.
Mm-hmm. They're afraid of this. I don't get that sense from Montreal at all. Cool as a cucumber. Like, I don't get yips. I don't get jumpy. I don't get none of those vibes when I watch the Canadians. They just got soundly beat by a good team yesterday, who they could have easily soundly beat the other way. Now, I guess soundly beat as in a fair fight. It was very close. Somebody had to win. I don't look at yesterday's game and go, oh well, it's all screwed now.
It's different period to period.
Yes, of course it is.
Like, the overtime in game 3.
Mm-hmm.
How many games have we played?
It's 4. It's 2-2.
No, the one that they won in overtime. So the overtime in game 2, sorry. The overtime in game 2, I'm like, oh, like Tampa's going to kill them. They outshot them 9-0. Tampa's going to kill them. And then Montreal responds with a period where like, oh, but Montreal in 5. And then Tampa, it's a complete slobber knocker of a series. Like this is how I'm watching as a neutral. I'm enjoying myself.
But you'd be hating it otherwise.
Yeah, you'd be stressed on either side.
Every Habs fan I've spoken to, and I just know more than Tampa fans because of the nature of this country, every Habs fan I've spoken to they hate their lives right now. They're not having fun. Mm-hmm. The Tampa Bay Lightning aren't fun. They win or lose, they're not fun.
No. Well, that's the point, though, right?
Unless you're the Florida Panthers and you just take care of it.
Unless you're the Florida Panthers. No incident better showcased what the Tampa Bay Lightning are to me than Steven Stamkos with one hand grabbing Matthews by the collar and punching him.
Yes. That is a thing.
While looking at the ref with his hand going, oh, he was politicking while punching him in the face. And they got equal goals. But
that is that not some of the John Cooper litigation? Rubbing off on his team.
And if I'm not mistaken, and it's situational awareness, because if I'm not mistaken, the Leafs were down a goal, and Stamkos is like, "Well, I'm useless defensively, and Austin Matthews is Austin Matthews, so we're both going together." I'm not going to be taxed with defending the rest of this game. You're going to be taxed with scoring against us. So I'm going to take you off the ice.
Yep.
While look at him just taking my punches like that. And the refs went, that's 5 each for fighting for sure. You dumbass. But the Lightning are just good at that shit.
Keefe said it in the 2023 playoffs. He's like, that was just a veteran team knowing how to, when Matthews and Stamkos, quote unquote, got into it, whereas Stamkos just grabbed Matthews. He said that's a veteran playoff team knowing how to manage penalties.
Matthews'
brilliant.
First fighting major came before his first punch. Like, that's how good the Lightning are at this. It's exhausting, and win or lose, you are going to hate yourself by the end of the series.
I forget which penalty it was, but John Cooper lost it on a number of times. But I think he lost it the most when the Lightning were going on the power play. I think it was on the slash on Mike Matheson.
Yeah.
And he lost at the ref because there was 2 penalties in that play. And he kept yelling, call both! Call both! Call both!
What? There were some great Cooper.
It was awesome.
Face cards.
Yeah.
And I get, what?
Yeah.
The cross check on Kucherov was nasty. A lot of people were calling it a flop. I think so. Earlier in the game, Struble and Jack-Eye were out there against Kucherov, which St. Louis doesn't want. But the puck is pinned in the corner. Mm-hmm. And Jack-Eye and Struble went, well, can't pass this up. And Jack-Eye just, just a cross check right above and soon to be under the pelvis of Kucherov. And you see it's a split second, but Kucherov just goes like, Jesus. And then Jack-Eye goes, okay, your turn. And then tags Struble in, and Struble just hammers him some more right in the exact same spot. Evans does a great stick lift, great chance. I think that was shorthanded, and this led to a 5-on-3. He hits Kucherov in basically the same spot, which is pretty much guaranteed to already be developing a nasty red and purple and yellow bruise. Mm-hmm. And he gets him, and I think his reaction was genuine. I don't think he meant to crash into the boards the way he did. I think Evans was surprised that what he did landed on Kucherov so hard, but as much as I don't trust a thing Nikita Kucherov does, I think the pain was genuine.
And I also just don't like Evans going and cross-checking a guy at that position in the ice. It's why it's
a dangerous hit.
You shouldn't have that little area between you going at the boards and somebody coming up behind you when you're not expecting a cross check and shoving him in the boards. That's how you get the really nasty injuries in hockey.
Yeah.
Besides like the head hits and all that, it's guys getting hit between that feet next to the board where they can go flying into it in a dangerous position. And I don't know. I think it was really good call. Like, I don't think it's a flop. You can't hit guys there.
No, I don't think that's a there's no like,
I don't
think so. Listen, I can understand that.
There were plenty of flops in that game. That wasn't one of them.
If you're a fan and you're like, fuck that guy, I get it. But like, but objectively, it's not. And that's dangerous. And you're absolutely right. Now, anything else to add on the Habs before we move to Ottawa?
Well, Habs fans, welcome to, if this whistle is the standard going forward, Ville, it won't be. You're about to head into game 5. The whistle is about to pour through the ref's lips like quicksand through an hourglass. You might get 3 power plays apiece in game 5. You might get 2 apiece in game 6. 7, there might be 1 total. And that's going to be the rest of the way, baby.
You know what I like about Aura Frames?
What?
You could have been at the Carolina-Ottawa game. You could have been at the Avalanche LA game. And you could have been cheering on Carolina or Colorado. And you could have sent a video during the celebrations. I know that they were both away teams, but you could have sent the video right to the Aura Frames app, uploaded it to your family's thing and said, hey, this is us at the game. And you get, there's no subscription fee for that. You just download the app and you upload it for your parents, which is, Steve, you've done this. Jesse, you've done this.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's a great gift across generations. And you know what? You could even get one for your buddy. What if your team wins the cup and their team does not? You could just send them pictures of you being real happy about it.
So we can't get producer Drew, an Aura frame because he would. Well,
if
I would not accept one from him. Is what I would say.
No, if Drew got a friend who was an LA Kings fan, an Aura frame, he would just upload a bunch of pictures of brooms.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you can do family things too. And this is sort of what it's meant for.
Wholesome things.
Mother's Day is on the way, and Steve gave his to his mom. Jesse gave his to his mother-in-law. AuraFrames.ca. For a limited time, listeners can get $25 off the best-selling Carver mat frame with the code SDP. That's Aura, A-U-R-A, frames.ca, code SDP. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Adam's on Tuesday and Steve's on Wednesday streaming. They split up the games now. It's different.
That's nice.
Different
I'm glad they
days
did
off,
that.
yeah,
By the way, they have we freaked everybody out on the stream yesterday because they have Game 6 and 7 for the Oilers marked as a 1 p.m. on the broadcast schedule, Eastern Standard, but that won't be where it is.
No,
that's a placeholder, right?
The times haven't been announced yet for even Wednesday's games.
Oh,
So,
okay.
they haven't even confirmed what time the 3 games on Wednesday will play. So don't look at any time and get scared.
By the way, I'm loving that we're getting 3 games on Wednesday. Like that, a lot of these series are going late. It's good. It's a good thing. Now,
If you've paid hundreds of dollars to be at that game, I think they should give you a time.
Possibly 3 games on Wednesday, because that's why the times are TBD, because Philly and Pittsburgh could end tonight.
Right.
So there could be 2 games
Right.
Wednesday, and then they move the times around. That's why there's so much stuff with the broadcast.
So are they not announcing until tonight?
Yeah, we still got to get the times for Wednesday.
Yeah,
I
as of
think
this
that's
recording.
unacceptable.
Yeah, after they have maybe a Pittsburgh-Philly game on Wednesday or not.
I think that's unacceptable.
Yeah, I would say just move the times.
Like,
Yeah,
Announce
announce
the
them and
time
then move them. Buddy, I've been in Pittsburgh. Well, I remember I was in Pittsburgh once with my mom. We're supposed to see like a 4 o'clock game or a 1 o'clock game or something like that, right?
Yeah.
They were like, this is for the division. So the NFL made the call that day and said game doesn't start till 8:25.
Yeah, they do that.
And you're just like, okay, I guess we're staying overnight now.
Well, yeah, like I paid hundreds of dollars for this.
Yeah.
So everyone going to Game 5 in Tampa, just F you.
Well, I think it's just that the league always reserves the right to change the times. What I would do is what Jesse said is make the time and then say it's always subject to change.
I
It is.
reserve the right to sell the ticket then, I guess, because I have a life.
You can't sell it above face value in Ontario anymore, sir. So
Oh, well, there you go.
It's weird too, because like 2 of the games are guaranteed to happen. So just like insert the other game in there.
Yes.
I don't know why this had to be such a big deal for the NHL not to reveal the times.
I don't
Tell us when puck
understand
drop
that
is.
at all. I
Plan our
know,
lives.
I know I have a dog in this fight as someone streaming the game who
You want it to go 7 overtime.
Well, I want to know the damn time. But like, yeah, again, if you're a paying customer, release the time. The game's in 48 hours. What are you doing?
You'll find out tonight on When Will
we'd
They
like to keep you guessing.
Play Hockey. Like, what is this?
All right, now I want to talk Ottawa. Jesse, it was not a close series, but every game was close.
Yes.
Is that the right way to sum this up?
Rod Brindamore says yes.
That is correct. It's about which side do you want to start with? Because you could do a number of things right now. You could talk about the Canes.
Let's talk about the Canes first.
That's because that's where I ended the stream, where it was, well, when the game ended, that's what I want to talk immediately after the Sens were eliminated. I didn't think it was necessary to do Sens offseason, Sens what went wrong here talk. It's let's praise the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference for playing their hockey for 4 straight games. And when you look at the 1-8 matchup, this is kind of how you're supposed to take care of business. We talk so much differently about the Avalanche and Kings series, where the Avalanche are just doing what they're supposed to. We should talk about the Canes in the same way.
We should.
They've run through the regular season every single year. It's just so consistent. And then they get to the playoffs, and these rounds 1 and 2 are always easy for them. And eventually we should start just being like, the Canes are one of these top dogs, and that, okay, we all look down on them because they can't get over that hump of the Eastern Conference final. But in these first 2 rounds, it shouldn't be a surprise that they were able to win on the shot counter. The low scoring games, none of these games were 7-6, but it never felt that they were out of control. Mm-hmm. I called the 1-0 goal, because it happened in the second period, a dagger for the Sens, because it was. There's no chance that they were coming back from a 1-0 lead, and then they tied it, and then the Canes put up another goal on the board. I was like, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
The Ottawa Senators never held a lead in this series.
That's correct. First time, I think, since 2009, I saw.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's insane.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So, like, the Canes executed their game plan perfectly. And it wasn't like they dominated offensively. They just needed the little amount to get going that they did. And it all started and ended with the Stankoven, Hall, Blake line.
Yep.
That just controlled everything they wanted to for the Senators. Stankoven scored what is it, like 3 of the 6 goals they scored all series for the Canes? Like, he's been on everything.
He's been a crazy
4 or 5. Drew, I don't know what his friend bet, but before the series, there were insane odds for Stankoven to be the best or the top goal scorer in the series. I want to say it was something stupid like 300 to 1. And Drew's buddy was like, isn't he on the top line of the Hurricanes? And he won $4,500
Wow.
on Stankoven being the top goal scorer of the series. Let me just look. It's either 4 or 5. 4. He had 4 goals in 4 games, which I don't even know if his buddy would have predicted that. Didn't I talk about how Stankoven's a good playoff performer?
You did.
Well.
Did. I want to say this to all the Canes fans that listen to this show, and there are a lot. I fully copped to the fact that I had Sens in 7. I fully copped to the fact that I
don't
doubted.
remember that.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Oh, yeah, I had Sens. Adam and I had the Sens.
What?
Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought the Sens, because I always like picking a hot hand team.
Yeah.
So I picked Buffalo and Ottawa because they were both hot going into the playoffs. Buffalo seemed to be a good pick. Yeah, hot hand teams can always upset like favorites, right? Sure. That's why I was kind of thinking that. And isn't it funny that the Ducks are now on the verge of upsetting the Oilers and they couldn't have been colder going into the playoffs?
No, they couldn't have been.
But yeah, I listen, I've always respected the Canes' talent. But for me, I thought Ottawa had, first off, they have a Tkachuk, which is always an Achilles heel for the Hurricanes in the playoffs. Second, they are a more physical team than the Canes are. Yep. Or at least I expected them to be. I expected them to be an Achilles heel matchup because they would know from watching the Panthers, you got to be physical with them all the time. And if you saw in Game 4, when it got physical, it benefited Ottawa. Had Ottawa had a good power play, they would have taken advantage and won the game. And that's the thing. Like every time
3 5-on-3s?
Yeah. Like I don't know how you if you don't score, you're not going to win that.
In 4 games. Like that's
in the playoffs?
A gift.
Yeah.
It's a gift.
And not only did they not score on those power plays, they looked brutal.
Of all the ways the Sens could have lost this series, I wouldn't have guessed they just didn't score.
Yeah, and so that's why I want to keep Canes for a sec.
Yeah.
Sorry. I want to apologize to Canes fans for being a doubting Thomas or a doubting Adam in this particular case.
Did I have the Hurricane?
No, you have the
you had
Hurricanes.
Steve.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Adam and I were on Sens. Yeah.
I also think, because the league's gotten bigger and faster. We talked that a little bit earlier in the show. Guy like Logan Stankoven, I'm like, well, there still could be some guys, right? Could you not still find some guys that are 5'8" who can do it?
No,
they can hack it.
It's bigger, faster, but like the best teams just have dogs. Logan Stankoven.
Yeah, Logan Stankoven doesn't play to his size. Like,
No.
that's a guy who's all over the ice and like he's in front of the net when he needs to be. He's going on both ends really, and he's a really great goal scorer. Like they're gonna have no problem winning with Stankoven playing on that second line there. Like they're so good in that forward group because they're deep. The biggest complaint about is they don't have stars. What if we just can roll 4 lines and not be worried about who we're putting out there?
And they win Game 4 without Ehlers.
Yeah, and
I know Sens didn't have Sanderson, but
I think if that game is in the Stanley Cup final, Nick Ehlers is in that lineup.
I think you're probably.
I think it's a little bit of gamesmanship by the front office and Rod Brind'Amour trying to give Ehlers an extra day off, a couple of days off really, heading into the second round. And they knew that they could take care of business without him. And he's such an important piece of their power play, and they were fine.
Yeah.
And then you go to their D-core, Jacob Slavin, most underrated player in the NHL because all he does is play great defense. He had a breakaway, and it was Mr. Stonehands Slavin on the breakaway. But it's not his job.
No, it isn't.
His job is like great.
No, the stone hands work when you're on defense.
Yeah, and he's so good on D.
There's no player in the league I can think of whose fantasy worth is farther apart from his actual worth.
0 counting stats.
Right.
None. Does he score? No. Does he assist? No. Does he block? Weirdly, no. Does he hit? Weirdly, no. Does he shoot? Also, no. Is he out there half an hour a night? You bet your balls. And
what's he doing?
He's all sorts.
He's in perfect position. And the reason he's allowed to do that is because a guy like Gostisbehere on their third pairing Every time he touches the puck, he's dancing with it at the line.
Yeah.
And they have guys like that who can do that other things. And Jalen Chatfield's got a good little shot there and is able to handle some of that offensive capabilities on his line with Slavin. And then if Adam, you want to take over this, one of the best players in the entire series, Frederik Andersen.
Yeah, I'm gonna still hold my fire on that.
Okay.
I know he made some spectacular saves, and I'm great for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in that Carolina Hurricane system, Connor Ingram starts every game, or Tristan Jarry succeeds and flourishes. And I'm not saying Freddie Andersen wasn't spectacular, but what I am saying is his workload is severely diminished by a spectacular team defense. And he has had to make saves that were spectacular, and I will not take that away. But I've seen Freddie in higher leverage games than that, and I've seen what happens. And so until he does it, I will continue to be like, I've got questions there. But I cannot deny he was spectacular in this series.
The Hurricanes gave up 4 5-on-5 goals all series long. That's in 4 games.
That's not a goalie. That's not team defense.
That's not just on goaltending.
Yeah.
That is a team as a whole playing cohesively. So I understand where you're coming from, where it's like, you got to win a couple rounds, stay healthy a little, Freddie.
Yeah, don't be a Band-Aid.
I'm going to just jump back on your bandwagon.
I mean, we watched the Hurricanes 6 years ago now. Can't believe it's 6 years ago. Allow 7 shots against a random man.
Yes. Yeah, I think you brought it up last episode, or we were about to bring it up last episode.
Literally, here's Dave.
Yeah.
Straight up, here's Dave.
You can literally bring a man out from under the concourse, sitting on a Zamboni. You can bring him out onto the ice to play hockey, and the team is so good that they're going to win the game.
Wearing Toronto Marlies equipment.
Can we just for a second talk about how defining a moment that was? It was just a couple weeks before COVID really hit for both franchises.
Yes.
The Leafs never recovered from that.
No.
And still haven't.
There's
the
a few
Canes
things they've
have never stopped being that.
No.
That's their brand.
What if we just didn't allow shots?
It's
I
amazing.
think we should try that. I think that'd be really good.
That's a team with a direction.
It'd be really good if we did that. Sorry, I want to justify what I said about Slavin being the master of nothing. So in the NHL Fantasy Stars app, he is ranked 397th.
He's not even you don't even want him on your team. He's useless.
No, I went to look through my roster and I sold the card.
Oh yeah.
There are several Hurricanes I would put in the lineup ahead of him.
Nobody is buying it off of you too.
No.
You want to quick sell it.
Yes. For 40 coins. I would rather have the 40 coins instead of the 1,200 that I'm not going to be able to sell them for. In 43 games this season, between regular season and playoffs, 1 goal, 7 assists, 67 shots. Please guess how many hits this man has.
I think you're about to say 9. So
shit.
You started going,
yeah, but I could have said 90.
Oh,
and that would still be less than I would have guessed.
Right.
9! He has 9 hits! This is man Nicholas Lidstrom and blocks.
If there was an advanced stats playoff pool, though, he'd be at the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Somebody should make that.
I'm gonna bet on a violent amount of nothing happening.
You know what? The New York Times makes a ton of their money off their games, right? Like their crosswords and their word games and all that stuff. What Dom Lucian needs to do is he needs to make up the advanced stats playoff pool for the New York Times. You know that would do numbers.
Let's have it.
Yeah.
Oh, it would do numbers all right. 63 blocks.
That's a great stat.
His counting
63
stats
blocks is crazy.
Are stick checks must be completely through the roof.
Outrageous.
Oh man! Oh, he got another rub out. Add that to the list. His value is fantasy value. Fantasy is actually a great way to learn about the league. Not about a guy like that.
No. Yeah, if you didn't know anything about hockey, really, but you got into hockey fantasy, you'd think that's one of the worst players alive.
What? Oh, this guy's in the Hurricanes roster? Sorry, he's on Team USA?
First top pairing.
Yeah, what does he do?
Top pairing.
What does he do? Okay, you know how Vinny Desharnais was Seaweed Man? He's nothing man. Da-da-da. And you send him out there when you need So much nothing.
Oh man, I want nothing to happen. Coaches love nothing.
I want
love a nothing.
Love
a nothing.
Him and Rod Brindamore locked eyes and they went,
So much nothing together.
We're going to do oh my God. Just a coach who you could name the Selke after. And this defenseman who just makes sure nothing happens.
How much does Jacob Slavin make in a season?
7.8. Because that's what Carolina pays everybody.
That's a good enough guess. I'll say 7.9. F you.
6.3.
Hey, winner.
For the next 7 seasons.
How do you even...
What?
Wait.
Hold
sorry.
on. He makes how much less than Nurse?
Here, Maddie, there's something wrong with all the mics. I think Jesse just said 6.3 for 7 seasons.
Jacob Slavin is in year 1 of his 8-year deal where he makes $6.396 million per season.
I've wasted my life.
Yeah, that's a thing.
How did he...
Signed in July of 2024, a year before hitting free agency. It's like he signed the extension early as soon as he's eligible. They signed him 6.396062 to be exact. 8 years.
That is a guy, if he hit the open market today, he'd be over 10 million.
Oh, yeah. I'd give it to him.
Yeah, but okay, so his agent's Kurt Overhart.
Who is also known as Kurt Overcharge.
Yes, he is. Here's the trouble. Oh my God, the full no move. Not that you would ever move him. Here's Kurt Overhart's struggle, right? You always use comparables. What do you use?
You're Jacob.
I thought you had some.
I took a deep breath in, and I think you used team results.
I think you're Jacob Slavin, and if you are a hockey person who's in this game, you know his importance.
Okay.
That's why he's on Team USA.
Here's another question.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. So Jacob Slavin is a type of... Tom Wilson is an archetypal player. Power forward, right? Jacob Slavin is a defensive defenseman. So if Jacob Slavin is at the top of the defensive defenseman pyramid, who's number 2? Who's Jake Slavin's closest comparable in the NHL? Because I actually don't know.
That's such a good question because the Norris conversation is never about guys.
No, it's always about guys who fucking score a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, this defenseman got 30 goals. That's crazy.
I'm going to be fascinated. Well, he didn't play very much this season, so this isn't a very good one. I was going to say, I wonder how many Norris votes he's going to get. Well, he's probably not going to get any because he played less than half a year.
But I look at a guy like in his prime, not any longer, but his prime, Chris Tanev would have been that.
That's not bad.
Chris Tanev threw a lot more hits, though, I think.
I have my pick for number 2.
Who do you have?
And it's Gus Forsling.
Oh,
I'd
good.
say, I'd say he'd be number 2 on my list. And I know...
Maybe that's why they waived him.
Yeah. But
we have Gus Forsling at home.
Right? Yeah, that's so funny.
We don't need this Timu Jake Slavin.
Yeah.
He's in the Olympics. So what? I told you we have him at home.
Former Charlotte checker, Gus Forsling.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So what's Slavin? I told you we have him at home.
So that's who I'd be putting in that spot. And how much does Gus Forsling make?
5.5 or something?
Not enough.
5.7. And he's making 5.7 for another 6 years.
Can all the smart people get out of the East? Go away.
I know they used to be all in the West, and they're now all in the...
They need you in the Pacific badly. Go
They
there.
do.
Please leave.
You could make a lot of money off of Vegas or Edmonton if you're a smart person.
Get out of here. No one likes you. 4th round pick, by the way, 120th overall in 2012, which was not a great draft.
Imagine being a scout and going, so how do I explain this player to somebody that's never seen him?
So he scored in college.
Okay. But he's in college. Back then, in college, was like, okay, but he's in college.
Yeah.
Now it's a big deal that you're coming from college.
He has 307 career points, which is
actually surprising.
Probably 250 more than I thought he had.
How many games?
In 784.
Wow.
He had a 42-point season.
How many of those are assists?
Almost all of them.
How many career goals does he have? Is it over or under 15?
56.
Oh, 56?
Believe it or not.
High. Okay.
But he has no double-digit seasons. I mean, this season you could probably chalk up to
injuries.
Yeah, he only plays like 30 games.
But he also won a gold medal in there, so no big deal.
Yeah, I was going to be like, oh, his plus minus must be off the chart. It's 8. Like, it's nothing, man. Da, da, da.
Adam, what's this ad about?
Oh man, Jesse, I don't know. I just feel like Lady Gaga mid-concert. We just do a full concert change.
Yeah, for anybody listening, I think we have a couple items of Moosehead on.
Yes. And you know why? Because we love Moosehead. You know why we love Moosehead? Because it's the last brewery owned by Canadians. And it's done on the East Coast too.
Steve's wearing a wonderful Moosehead hockey jersey. Adam's wearing the same one. I got the Moosehead t-shirt. We got a couple cases in the studio because this beer is the best beer.
Now, and the screen behind us.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday, we're going to be doing our big Moosehead segment, which is 100% Clutch Canadians presented by Moosehead Canadian Lager. And somebody said to me on the stream last night while I was doing the Edmonton game, they're like, hey, I know you're doing an Edmonton game, but we need to talk about a Carolina Hurricane.
Whoa.
And I was like, really? Like, why do we need to talk about that? And they're like, you guys need to have him to be front and center.
I think I was scolded about this too.
Were you scolded about this?
I think I was.
Who was it? What's the name?
Logan Stank.
That's right, of Kamloops, BC, who's put together a monster season, monster postseason, that is. So I'm just going to say this to Canes fan, because we each get to pick one. One of us is getting Stankoven on Friday. One of us.
I'm picking Evan Bouchard.
You're picking Evan Bouchard. No matter what, it's Bouchard.
Every time.
So on Friday, be on the lookout for 100% Clutch Canadians presented by Moosehead Canadian Lager. And by the way, in the playoffs, it's more than just goals. It's about heart and soul grinding, something we Canadians are pretty proud of. Make sure you check out Canada's Game with Canada's Beer. Enjoy every play with Moosehead Canadian Lager, 100% owned, packaged, and brewed here in Canada. Let's switch to Ottawa. Right now, they are doing their end of seasons press conferences right now. So apologies, Ottawa fans. We're not going to get those clips in. But I will say I have seen Artem Zub come up and he's like, it's really frustrating. I played 81 games. I get a knee injury in the first period. Right? First period, first game. That sucks.
Yep. That's the playoffs, man.
The story is, and there's no other way around this, Tim Stützle, Brady Tkachuk, they combined for 1 point in the series. And it's a Stützle assist. And you know, there have been rumors circulating for years about Brady Tkachuk's future in Ottawa. But before it was Ottawa's a mess, and how long is anybody going to want to stay there? Now Ottawa's not a mess. They got an owner that's like making phone calls in game 3 complaining about calls. Like he's calling the local newspaper going, I don't like this, which is also very aggressive. But hey, it's a nice departure from what they used to have. Jesse. You're the Ottawa Senators general manager, and Steve Dangle said you're going to be the GM a year before you became GM, which is what Steve did. He did come on and say Steve Staios is eventually going to be the GM. He was right. He was just way too early.
What's the name of the former GM?
Pierre Dorian.
So Pierre Dorian's a big fan of Steve.
You pre-fired Pierre Dorian a year out, and then we're right.
Yeah, and then Dorian fired himself.
Yeah. He had already fired himself by that point. He just hadn't been punished for it yet.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to make a trade I can't make.
So I know what I'll do.
So
take that, Dangle.
I just want to say something before we get started in this conversation. I think Steve was right in the sense that Brady was probably injured, right? I think that's pretty fair. He lost his vision, right? In a game, a couple of weeks ago.
He didn't look put together at all.
But if you're going to go on your show and you're going to let your dad call out your goalie, which I have eyes and ears, you can deny it all you want. That's what Keith did. And then your goalie puts on the performance of a lifetime. Second or third best goalie statistically so far in the playoffs is Linus Ullmark. And you get 0 points.
Is your dad going to then go on and be like, hey, man, you were dog shit?
Listen, and he probably would. Keith's pretty blunt. But listen, it's not that Brady was like, yeah, skewer him, Dad. You can edit that out of a show. That show made it to air.
Yeah.
That was a choice. And Brady had to answer questions about it, and he wasn't thrilled about doing that. But that's what you do when you have a show. Fine to be controversial. But let's talk about the optics of that.
I know. I don't want those players taking that shit out.
No, I like that.
But
it does create a story. And listen, I don't think he's going to stop doing the podcast because of this, guys. But I can't help but say that is a story. That is true. That is what happened. Yeah. And that's not a great look. It wasn't a great look at the time. He's the captain.
It's a horrible, and he's not speaking at locker cleanout we speak.
Just had a kid.
He just had a kid, which I didn't know.
Well, I think they kept it quiet.
Was coming.
But him and Matthew just had kids within like 2 weeks of each other. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, which Tkachuk are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We all handle everything differently, but the story all series long was we need these guys to show up. Like Stützle, at least from what I watched, like I'd be curious to get your take, Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he looked fine. Then he didn't score.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I thought he looked fine. Tkachuk, I thought looked awful.
Yeah, I thought all of the main pieces on Ottawa that didn't score outside of Tkachuk, I thought looked healthy, were in there and playing. Like there's obviously going to be bumps and bruises. It's a tough series in the playoffs, but I think they were shut down. I would be scared to make wholesale changes to this Ottawa Senators team. Coming into the series, I picked them for a reason. Analytically, they were so good all year. And then once they got the goaltending, everything clicked. And you can twist your mind into this series was okay. Like we got shut down by the Hurricanes and one line by the Hurricanes beat us. That's kind of where the margins were. But there are issues. It's not wholesale changes issues. The power play stuff is a disaster. And I get that he is a legend in your market, but that is Daniel Alfredsson's problem. He is the power play coach, and they had, I'm dubbing it, the worst 5-on-3 in franchise history considering the stakes. It is the...
Which one?
That was the game 2 or the game 3 one?
Game 2.
Okay.
You're down 2-0 in the series. Hurricanes gift you a 5-on-3 for over 90 seconds. I think it was 1:35 on the clock or whatever it is. You need a goal. This is your opportunity to score a goal. And they mustered one shot and so little zone time. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you have 5 players and they have 3 players and you can't hold the zone.
And a roster of killers, too.
When your season's on the line.
Yeah.
That to me is the little things you look at and you say, okay, is it a mentality stuff? Do we have to have a better job coaching? I think Travis Green has done a great job coaching this season, but maybe it's the special teams guys and Alfredsson who needs to be called out and fired for that. But there are problems there with their execution. Stützle had chances, wasn't able to hit wide open cages. Freddie made a couple good saves.
Hit a few posts, if I remember.
Hit a couple
Sanderson's
posts.
not there for game 4, too, which
Sanderson's
hurts.
not there. Zub's out. There are injuries. There are excuses
Shabbat
there.
played hurt.
Tkachuk had chances too, wasn't able to hit open nets. Like they weren't able to finish the job, even though they were given opportunities to finish the job. And I don't know which piece you gotta maneuver to get guys who can execute when games are on the log, but they're clearly missing this extra little thing that'll let you hang with top teams in the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
It's not blow it up, but we got to move some things because we've learned some lessons about some of these players.
I think
is the missing piece time?
Well, and this is the thing. Is it time? Is it health? And maybe it's like Lena started training camp this year with saying, I'm doing a terrible job and this is bad. And that is not a great way to start training camp. And so you get off on that foot, and maybe he was clearly feeling that way about it. I'm not criticizing that. But if you've got the opportunity now, if you let the emotions calm a little bit. If you're healthy and the team is more consistent going into the Olympic break, you get a far more favorable matchup. Like the Carolina Hurricanes, as their fans love to tell us, and they're right, are fucking brutal. They're a brutal matchup to get, and that's a 1-8. Or was it a 1-7? No, it was 1-8. That's 1-8.
Yeah.
So if, let's say Ottawa's in, I don't know, Montreal, maybe Ottawa's playing Buffalo.
That'd be a dog fight.
Right?
Yeah.
Boston.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
I was thinking Montreal.
Yeah, maybe Ottawa.
Buffalo would be a better matchup for them.
I think it would be too.
You have the Hurricanes who they've won a round for, what is it, 8 straight years?
8 straight years.
That's crazy. And then there's Buffalo who hasn't been there for 14.
Exactly. And you would have the experience from last year. You know, at least you would have that edge.
You'd be going in as the, yes,
you'd be the
you would have the edge. That's crazy.
Like,
And so you get, and they were maybe 2 wins away from that. Maybe 4 overtime losses away from that. We're talking about like a couple of points here and there. So I think Jesse, you're right. Now, there are people out there saying, well, Brady's going to get traded this summer. And I think it was Pagnotta that said something
he has
like
2 years left, by the way.
He has 2 years left. But listen, if he asks for a trade, that's one thing. And to me, it's like, well, then the obvious choice is trade him to St. Louis where he grew up and go get Robert Thomas. But the other thing I think with the Sens is like, I don't know that. Why would Brady want to leave in this sense? Like, can we look at it from that perspective for a second? I know he's an American. I know that Matthew's not a big proponent of Canada at the moment. He clearly makes that obvious. I don't know that Keith is either. But Brady's on a very good team. He is the captain. This is his squad. And if you get traded, you might be that guy again, but probably not. And you go to, let's say it is St. Louis or it's somebody else who's got something legitimate and huge to offer the Sens for a guy like Brady Tkachuk. What are the chances the acquiring team is as good as Ottawa? Mm-hmm. I think his best chance to win is in Ottawa.
And set up for the future. Dude, a left side forever of Sanderson, Chabot, and Clevin. Clevin's a
dog. He's a monster.
That hit on Nikishin.
You know who their best defenseman in Game 4 was? It was Carter Yakimchuk.
Who's a young kid.
Just got thrown in there because of all the injuries. They're like, let's get some offense here. He was spectacular. He controlled everything on every power play opportunity they had. Now their power play couldn't execute, but he was at least moving the puck and doing some stuff that was nobody else was doing in those games.
So going forward, friggin' Sanderson, Chabot, Clevin, Zub, Yakimchuk, and Spence, or an upgrade on Spence.
By the way, Spence
that's crazy.
Spence was just invited to play for Team Canada.
Like,
yeah,
that's such an enviable decor league wide.
Yeah, and there's a reason that 6 guys were out and they were able to win a game.
Yeah.
You know, they're very deep on D.
So
they have all their first for the next 3 years.
That's what I'm looking at too.
Oh, there you go.
Well, no, you can do it.
Well, they have all their first. They're missing this year's second, but they make up for it by having 3 thirds. Mm-hmm. Other than the 2026 second, the only draft picks they're missing for the next 3 years are their 2026 and 2027 7th round picks.
I think
they're set up so well.
The smartest thing for Ottawa to do this offseason is wait for a team to do something stupid like the New York Rangers. Like the New York Rangers did a couple of years ago. Wait for a team, for somebody to shake loose that becomes, oh, hey, there's a player who's available. Is it Quinn Hughes got tired of Vancouver. Trouba Kreider in Anaheim, less talent, but you know what I'm saying, right? Somebody's going to get pissed off and do something stupid. If Ottawa are intelligent, use that draft capital. I think they are intelligent. You've got a pretty good system as it is. Yakimchuk's about to make it. Maybe you don't need to draft this year. Maybe you just fire those draft picks out the window and you just go, fuck it. We need people here. We need game breakers. We need something is going to become available. And I think Ottawa would be best served to just wait it out. Again, that's all contingent on Brady Tkachuk actually, not requesting a trade. But I still that's so much speculation. So little of it has come from him. Yeah. It's people around him.
And the Brady thing, he does have to clean up some things on the ice.
Sure.
The fight at the top of the series,
make better decisions.
Now that things have played out, useless. What do you do?
Yeah.
It didn't get everybody going. You didn't kick off the series. Yeah, you took
this.
It's
not a good trade.
No,
it's not a good trade. You are paid more than Jordan Staal because 9 out of 10 hockey fans you speak to would take you over him.
Punching, was it Stankova in the back of the head? Don't do that. The unnecessary.
Oh, the Aho one?
Or sorry, yeah, Aho in the back of the head. Don't need to do that.
It was a soft call, but...
Soft call, you still got a penalty. Don't do that. You're the captain. I think mentally on the ice, they need to get Brady to dial in, but I don't see him...
Focus.
Focus, yeah.
Okay, you have the Leafs, who you have to beg to do anything, and then there's Brady out there almost trying...
Too hard.
Yeah. The physical stuff, which is great in the playoffs, but there were a lot of moments in this series where I'm just he's looking for ways to be effective because he hasn't found them.
Yes.
And that's your captain.
He couldn't do anything with his actual skill, so he's just looking to hit guys.
Yeah, that's your $8+ million player. Mm-hmm. Weird decisions, weird passes on the power play.
He plays a little like a third liner, but he should be playing like he's the captain first line guy.
There just wasn't a ton redeemable about his performance through those 4 games.
Those is where I would land the criticisms on Brady, and not like just, hey, he's going to leave because Matthew doesn't like Canada.
Well, let's look at Quinn Hughes, right? You know what Quinn Hughes did leading up to that trade? Kicked ass. Played extremely well. And the Canucks, I mean, it's impossible to win a Quinn Hughes trade. I thought did pretty well.
Yeah.
And he was on a team that was not perennially in the playoffs anymore. The Vancouver Canucks were on the way down, and they're still going down. The Ottawa Senators are going to be there every single year. They're going to be in that fight.
He performed great on a team that was poo. Mm-hmm. And they were able to recruit value. If I'm Steve Staios, I'm like, I literally can't trade you now.
No.
You've put me in a position, which means you've put yourself in a position where you're stuck here. Mm-hmm. At least for the next however many months.
And you also accepted the captaincy.
Yeah.
And that does matter.
If you want out of here, you better come out for next season shot out of a cannon. Play your way out of the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be an unbelievable player.
Be so great that I can recoup some value for you, and the other fan base getting you is going to be excited to get you. Sens fans are going to be sad to see you go.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't PLD or Duchesne this.
Right. Duchesne took his ball and went home. PLD took his ball and
Remember
went
that
home.
shift?
Yeah.
The PLD shift. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
And it's PLD.
Yeah.
I know he was once thought of, I believe he makes more money actually than Brady Tkachuk, or did. He wasn't the captain.
No.
And he wasn't the future of the team. I know he was picked very high. Brady Tkachuk is supposed to be the future of this team.
Well, he's the present now.
Mm-hmm. He's the present now. I can't trade you after that performance.
What do you guys think of the Grigg incident? He's going to get suspended by the time this shows up.
I mean,
gutless.
Completely.
Ridley Grigg, though.
Completely chicken shit.
Yeah.
I said this on the stream yesterday. Don't make me do it. If you can praise George Parros for anything, he will ding you for things that are completely non-hockey plays. And ironically, you can look at the Morgan Riley cross-check on Ridley Grigg. The reason he got 5 games wasn't just that it was a cross-check to the face, and wasn't just that it was, pretty blatant attempt to injure, and he was just mad about a legal thing that Ridley Grigg did. It was not a hockey play. There was no argument. There was no justification that Morgan Riley was playing hockey. He was just mad about the fact his team just got scored on in a disrespectful way. And he got 5 games for that. There's no argument that, Ridley Gregg's just playing hockey. He's third man in and uppercutting an opponent that can't even see him. Ridley Grigg, the one thing Ridley Grigg had during the Morgan Riley incident is he at least had a split second to see Morgan Riley coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sean Walker was not afforded that opportunity.
For anybody that hasn't seen it, Sean Walker and Warren Fogle are tangled up, and Ridley Grigg is just standing by the side and decides to come in and do a just massive uppercut to Sean Walker.
People also don't realize, Jesse, too, the reason you take off your gloves in a fight is because knuckles hurt. If you're fighting with gloves on, you can hit harder. And that's why.
And it's a hockey glove.
When he does this, he's able to hit harder because he knows his knuckle is not going to hit the plastic of or the visor of Sean Walker, who was very physical in this game and was pushing back every time the Sens pushed him. It's bullshit. I'm sure he's going to get. I mean, it's a phone hearing, so it's less than 5. He's probably going to get 3 games. He'll miss the first 3 games.
I think it'll be 4 to 5.
You think
I think
so?
It'll be on the higher end here. It's so bad. I
Really?
don't. This is something I think everybody within the game wants out of the game. They don't want players acting chicken shit on the ice.
I think Jesse's onto something here.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to give Parros some credit.
He doesn't like this because he's an old school tough guy.
Yeah.
But it's so rare that you see the hockey world, and in particular the old guard and former players, it's so rare that you see them so united and so aligned against something.
Yep.
No one was like, yeah, but I get it. No one was.
No.
You can't justify it.
He got Kelly Rudy mad at him. Kelly Rudy was like, he's like, I said what I said. I was like, Kelly Rudy? Kelly got mad.
Kelly Rudy, like, I can barely picture him frowning.
I know.
Like,
he's the nicest guy and
yeah.
happiest person.
There's no justification.
Nobody's siding with Greg on this.
No, and no one's like,
And if you
it's a
are
game.
doing why are you mad at Greg when, if you're doing the but what about, don't.
No, Tyler Clevin, his hit on Nikishin,
fine.
like,
I thought that was a good hit.
wow, that was a hard hit.
And he doesn't apologize for it
It's
at all.
unfortunate. There
shouldn't
was, I think it's called fencing when you get the concussion, you're on the ice.
Oh.
Like, Nikishin was down. He was knocked out cold for a brief moment there. Couldn't walk. They had to carry him back to the back room, back to the dressing room. It's terrible.
Supposedly he celebrated with the team after.
Okay,
That's good. That's good.
But I don't think that was a penalty.
I don't either. I'm with you.
I don't. It's just an unfortunate hit.
Good hit.
Really hard. And scrums are going to come out of it. I think you fight for your teammate after that. You keep going at him and all that. But you don't do something like this.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
It's complete bull. And like, it's Warren Fogle. He doesn't need a babysitter.
Yeah, he's handling himself very well.
Oh, I don't think it's about that. I don't think Warren Fogle factored into this at all.
No.
Like what I'm saying is like, he's got Sean Walker in a full chokehold.
Yeah.
and you follow it up. Like, again, I know it's heat of the moment, but like, it's amazing when players do stuff and it's like, you know, this game's televised, right?
We can all see.
Yeah.
It's like, he couldn't be closer to the center ice dot if he was taking a face off.
Mm-hmm.
And, be very, very quiet.
Yep.
I'm uppercutting a guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Let's get to a couple other things because the show is going a bit long.
We only have like a couple minutes left.
Okay, let me go quick.
2-hour mark.
Kopitar plays his last game. Avalanche. What a career. Best
First ballot Hall of Famer in my books.
Absolutely. I wouldn't even wait the waiting period. Just put him in.
Yeah, he's
It's not going to happen.
I know, but they did with Mario and Gretzky and a few others.
And
but
I think that was the end.
he's not that.
He's not that.
He's not that.
but like Drew asked me Hall of Fame, and I'm like, okay, over 1,500 points, over 1,500 games played, over 1,300 points, 2 Stanley Cups, 3 Lady Bings, 2 Selkies. Unquestionable.
Yeah. That will be a lock.
The passing of Dustin Brown to become the all-time leader in games, that happened in the 23 season. And then this season, final year, goes out with, I think, 38 regular season points. But in Jan, he passes Marcel Dion for most points in Kings history.
Okay.
That's you're unbelievable. I think he's franchise number 1.
Franchise number 1, but
Especially with the Cups.
How about this? Over 1,300 career NHL points. Next closest Slovenian-born player. 4.
There you go.
Amazing.
Jan Mursak.
Pittsburgh stayed alive. Titanic effort from Crosby. They're going to play tonight. Also, we're going to get Utah and Vegas tonight. Utah up 3-1 on Vegas.
I wish we had time to talk about that game because that was the truly, really coming out party of Vejmelka.
It was.
He had a fantastic game. Tons of shots on goal early on. He keeps them in it. And then Carter Hart allows fucking awful goal.
4 goals
The
on
first
12
one,
shots?
And then I think it's the first one and the third one. Goals you need saves on, and they lose by 2.
45 feet, and you can see it the whole way.
Yeah, brutal stuff by Carter Hart. But Friday was the Czech goaltender Friday night. Dobish wins, Vejmelka wins, and who's the other Czech goaltender that won on Friday? I'm forgetting.
I'm racking my brain.
Who won on Friday?
Dostal?
There we go.
Dostal, yeah.
Dostal wins. Shout out Czech goaltenders.
Very quickly on Buffalo and Boston, we gave this a lot of play in the early week last week, but we've kind of abandoned the series. Buffalo walked into Boston and handed them their worst playoff loss at home ever. Wow. 6-1. By the way, I'm like, the Leafs lost 6-0 there. I was there. You think that's bad? We can always outdo you.
They got killed.
Buffalo. You know what? One thing I will say with Boston, though, they always take accountability. Charlie McAvoy after the game saying, "You know what, man to man, if you're not embarrassed, you don't belong here." I fucking love that.
Did you see the first goal?
Yes.
If that was Evan Bouchard, that would have been a 20-minute segment.
Yes.
Here. Charlie McAvoy couldn't break out of the zone? Like, what the hell? Leads directly to a goal.
It's Swayman, who I didn't know knew swear words, yelling at the Bruins bench. They're in dire straits.
I want to talk quickly on the Leafs. Obviously, John Chayka's name has been out there as the general manager. Elliot Friedman said on 32 Thoughts today that that he thinks that, they're waiting on Sunday to make the ultimate decision. What I've heard is that there's an openness to full relocation. As in, because we've talked about Matt's and he's got young kids.
Of the franchise?
No, of Matt's.
Oh.
Like moving here.
Oh, I was like, I'm going to need you to...
Well, no, sorry.
Like he would move here.
Like he would move here. And that's a big deal because he's got kids that are in their preteens, right? So like, do you want to move them, uproot the whole family? From what I've heard, there's an openness to that. And what Fried said is that whatever Matt's decides here, because the organization has left it open, how involved do you want to be? Because we see you as this. But if you want to be this, then you got to be here, right? And Matt's has apparently for a long time been a little frustrated with the direction of the organization. This is his opportunity. He is a blue and white guy to come in and be a big part of this. So Chayka would be interesting. Again, we don't know that for sure. One name, though, that happened during the show that I think you guys will find interesting. A assistant coach of the Washington Capitals left, former Toronto Maple Leaf. Also former Canadian and Islander and a few other players.
Assistant coach of the Capital. Who?
Kirk Muller.
Oh.
He said he wanted to leave and not have his contract renewed, and he wants to pursue other opportunities.
And I believe he played with Mats.
Yeah, and he ran the power play for the Capitals this year. It wasn't good, but
oh, that's great.
But I would pay attention to that. I think there might be something to that. I checked in with some people. They're like, no, but I think maybe. Yeah. Maybe. In some regard, maybe not running the power play.
I think Rogers is playing the media game here.
Oh, for sure.
Because I had someone, before I even left the house this morning, text me definitively, it's Chayka. And then an hour later goes, it's all bullshit, man. Like, I go, what does that mean? He's like, I don't know anymore. Yeah. It's all bullshit. The misdirection.
I think because they don't know until Sundin makes his call. I really think it comes down to that.
For years, it was Doug Armstrong. And then for weeks, it was Mike Gillis. And then now it's John Chayka. And now I just think we don't know.
Why can't it be?
It'll be something.
Why can't it be Matt's, Mike Gillis, and John Chayka?
Gillis and Chayka share custody of the Leafs. There you go. I
like that.
I don't know.
Oh, and I forgot in there, it was also Sonny Mehta, guaranteed. For a couple of weeks.
That actually would
I don't even remember the name of the guy they hired anymore. Remember the
Sonny Mehta's agent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that was so many sagas ago.
Yeah. We've been through like 6 guys. The job was theirs.
I don't remember the name of the Dallas Stars assistant GM because there were too many assistant GMs to remember.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there were 4 first names between the 2 men. Mm-hmm. And oh my God.
It's almost like nobody knew.
No, because nobody does know.
And everybody's just kind of guessing because the Leafs themselves haven't made a decision.
Thank you. Nobody has made a call here yet.
So how was it all these people all at once?
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's all bullshit, man.
That's what we're hearing. Anyway, it's whatever that. You know what? Watch. It's going to be like Julien Brisebois.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then an hour later, no, it's all bullshit, man.
That'd be great. Wild card.
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.